don't care. We're about to go live.
All right.
And we're live. Welcome to Thirsty Thursdays, the usual suspects. If you're a minor, don't drink on YouTube. Yeah, it's against the law. But if you're not, bottoms up. Roy, I said bottoms up.
Oh, I don't have. Just got done eating. I'll go get one. I'll go get one in a minute.
Motherfucker, you'll go get one right now. I said bottoms up. Let's go. I'm supposed to cheers and start the show. You get.
All right, hold on.
Jesus. What is this? Fucking amateur hour here? Who the fuck comes on here like that? God damn it, Roy. If I drink twice, that'll count. Hey, Devin Farm, what's going on, buddy? What's good? What's the word? What are you saying? We got 7 people here, 5 likes. Oh, fuck, that's pretty good. Pretty good numbers. Pretty good. I'm just gonna hang out, shoot shit, see what's in the chat before we get all fucking off on our rants and raves and talking all sorts of nonsense here. Yeah. Now. Don't drink if you're a minor. Everybody else bottoms up. What the fuck you got going on there, Roy?
Oh man, just got back from lifting weights. Done a lot of
Lifting weights.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had this conversation before where I don't believe you.
We've had this conversation before. I don't know why you don't believe me, but I mean,
I'm pretty sure we had that conversation too.
But you really can't be sure because you never remember any of these shows, right?
I remember calling you bullshit on that. Where the fuck did that go?
Oh man.
I lost a box.
So yeah, did a lot of housework today. Fed the chickens, fed the cats, folded some clothes, worked on some legal paperwork.
Legal paperwork?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not going to ask because I don't want to know the answer.
It was just a trust. Just some trust documents. That's about it.
Huh. Well, I guess I don't need to take the test.
Why not?
Well, if she's negative, there's no way I'm going to be positive.
Oh, okay.
All the exposure came from her. Now, we were fucking sicker than a dog yesterday. I'll take the test here anyways, because fuck, why not? But we were sicker than a dog here yesterday, man. I got home from work and I went into the shower and it fucking like the skin, I don't know. Everybody gets different when they get the sick, when they get the flu and shit. The skin on my back just aches and I can't stand being touched. Like it fucking hurts. Water hitting my back fucking was bugging me. And the wife washing my back for me in there, like just that fucking loofah on my back was driving me fucking insane. And then I was in bed by like 7:30 last night, just fucking shit fucked, done, dead.
Oh.
So I was pretty sure that we did, in fact, catch it. Well, we caught something, that's for sure, but the kids tested positive for it, so I just assumed that's what it was. But if she tested negative, that's good news.
So June 28th, both my parents tested positive for it, and I never took a test. However, I mean, I'm sure I had it, but I never had for like 2 days. When I wake up in the morning, I had a little bit of snotty shit that I was, getting up, just not even bad. And I never felt bad at all. But the most weird thing about it was right here on the bridge of my nose, like right between my eyes at the very top. If you touched it, it felt like touching a bruise. Like it was weird. Like it
sounds more like a sinus infection.
Well, I mean, I assume I must have probably had it, but since they both had it, but I don't know. I never tested. I don't really give a fuck. I mean, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not worried about having it. I've had it before, but whatever. You'll live. It's not that big of a deal. I'd say I'm a, healthy male, but that's not true. But I'm in that healthy age where it's not really supposed to be a problem, right?
Yeah, you're getting on the tail end of that age, though. You're almost 40, so getting on the tail end of that.
No, you're good to like 60. I mean, fuck, I ain't gonna hit 60, COVID or not, so it don't matter to me. I'm not worried about all that shit. People are like, oh man, you got to do this, 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 and this, healthy living. You'll live to fucking 90 and 100. Why the fuck would I want to do that? You want me to spend 90 years that I don't enjoy? Give me 50 that I fucking had fun in.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't want to, spend 5 years sitting in a nursing home, stewing in my own shit in my diaper. I'd rather be 70 years old hunting in Montana and get killed by a grizzly bear.
Fucking A. 10 years of sitting in a nursing home trying to remember the stories of when you used to have fun and not have to look at these fucking walls.
Yeah.
Not interesting to me.
No.
Live fast, die young, leave a good looking corpse. Now, I kind of fucked that whole good looking corpse thing up by not being good looking. But it's better than an old, uglier version of me, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna have fun till then.
Yeah, you should. A very wise old Chinese man once told me, you should enjoy your life. You will be dead for a very long time. Which is true if you think about it.
Well, that is true. But I don't see how they work together.
Okay.
Well, nobody enjoys anything when they're dead. It's fucking dead. But yeah, you're going to be dead for a long time. You're only alive for a short time. You should enjoy your life. Just fuck. Yeah. Doesn't make no sense to me why people don't want to fucking live their life the way they want to. Now, if you enjoy all of this healthy living stuff, by all means, don't let me talk you out of it. If that's what you enjoy, fucking do it. Now, some people are in different boats than others, and there's a lot of people that, if they live a healthy lifestyle, they can be quite fucking active, healthy, and having fun at 60. I'm not going to be one of them. Fuck, I can barely walk as is. I don't see 60 being better.
You're one of those guys that if you keep drinking the way you do, it won't be like a slow descent. You'll just one day your liver's just going to do a backflip. Like just one day you're going to be fine. It's just going to go wonk.
No, it's not a real thing. It's not. What are you, my fucking doctor now? Because I need a new fucking doctor.
Well, I am a doctor.
I don't know, man. I don't think livers work that way in my family. I cannot get alcohol poisoning. Can't do it. I've tried.
Have you ever drunk Golden Grain or Everclear?
No, I don't think so.
Well, that's grain alcohol. That's like 180 proof, 190 proof, or whatever it is. Like,
I mean, I drank alcohol. It's 97%.
Yeah.
You're talking 194 proof there. Like,
yeah, that's it. I mean, that's the same thing as Golden Grain or Everclear. I mean, it's like about as much alcohol as it can be.
Pounded a good fucking amount of moonshine into myself.
Yeah.
Does it matter though if it's stronger alcohol liquors versus a large quantity of beer? You're still consuming the same amount of ethanol alcohol, right?
Well, I think the really super high octane shit is just, I mean, you can drink. I mean, like you don't have. I mean, like to drink beer, even just to say reasonable beers, like Budweiser, Bud Light, not the like 7% or 8 or 10% beers. The sheer volume of it. I mean, like if you take like 3 shots of that really Golden Grain or whatever, like that hits you in a different way. I mean, it's just boom.
Well, yeah, it's 2.5 times stronger than a shot of whiskey.
Yeah. I mean,
so it's like taking 2.5 shots of whiskey at once. So you do 3 of those, and it's like you're taking fucking, 7.5, 8 shots of whiskey.
I will also say this about beers. Like this is 200 L is a 7% beer, but 8% in my mind, for me and for several of my buddies agree with this. Once you get to like 8% on beer, they start hitting you differently. Like drinking 8% beer is not the same thing as drinking 4% beers. The 4% beers are not as much. They're just not. They don't hit you the same way. They really don't. Like it's.
I don't know about all that.
I'm telling.
Did you see all those fucking craft beers that I won when I was whooping that ass? Fucking that arm wrestling event I went to in the spring, where I won like $800 worth of beer.
I remember that. I didn't see the beers.
Okay, it was 4 24s of these tall boys that were like an 8% fucking IPA.
Okay.
I could drink an awful lot before I get stumbling and falling over and shit, right?
Yeah.
But I drank like fucking a dozen of those son of a bitches the one night.
Oh.
I got up and I fucking hit the wall.
Yeah.
Like I sent my fridge fucking knocked over. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck happened there?
Yeah. 12 of those 8%ers is a fucking lot. Like if you notice, I don't know about there, but in the States here, a lot of beer, once it gets above like 8 or more, a lot of they sell them in like 4-packs instead of 6-packs because you really don't need more than 4 of them.
Oh, that's just dumb.
Well, I mean, it's just like
I can do the math out real quick. You know, the tall boy versus the regular can, you're looking at about 1.5 times the volume. You take that, and then you're adding 8% instead of 4%, so you're double there. So if you're double the alcohol content plus 1.5 of the volume, so hit that volume and then double it. So you're basically looking at like, so instead of 1 beer, you're having like 2.5 on each beer, right? So a dozen of those is going to be like 30 fucking beers.
Yeah, but
30 beers should be enough to get somebody to fucking hit a wall when they stand up real quick, not knowing that they were drunk when they went to stand.
I couldn't drink 30 regular beers.
Then why are you even having a conversation with me about what beer is going to do to you and how it hits differently?
Well, I mean,
fucking know.
Oh gosh, hold on a second.
No, don't tell me what to do. What do I want? I'm gonna have another beer. Fucking all this talk about beer is making me fucking thirsty.
Oh.
We can definitely still hear you. I know 3 people died from hard liquor and liver problems, and not 1 from beer. Well, that might be a difference. But I don't know, man. I think alcohol is alcohol. It's all the same. You break it down to the milliliter of alcohol. Oh, anybody notice I got my pencil in my hat here? I figure if I act like Justin Bishop, I'll get stronger. But alcohol is alcohol. You get down to the milliliter of ethanol alcohol itself, it's all going to be the same. 40 pints is the same as a 40 ounce of whiskey. Pretty sure. Now, I don't have my PhD in that, but I'm pretty sure. My sis brought over some 13% espresso flavor stout. Most disgusting thing ever. Oh, that is disgusting. I love my beers. Love them. I ain't going to stop drinking them. So, might as well enjoy them. Fuck, I didn't empty my ashtray before this. Justin is in the next East versus West. Yeah, Justin's awesome. Now, he was talking about how he retired and shit. He had injuries that he didn't disclose, but they were severe enough that he couldn't. Fuck. Jess! Did you take my smokes? Are you sure? Can you bring me some, please? I need a smoke bell. Fuck. You got no smokes. I'll figure it out. Justin's in the next East versus West. Yeah, he was all injured. He said he was just like retiring from it for a while. What? I don't know. Yeah, he said he was retiring, and then all of a sudden he's back ready to pull. As long as he's fucking healthy, ready to go, I can't wait to see it. He's one of my favorite arm wrestlers to watch from the little weights. He gets super fucking intense up there. Tall cans for life. I like the tall cans. I like the short cans. I like the bottles. I like them all. I'll take them in a fucking cup. Oh, that looks like
So no.
I think someone's here. Yeah, no, that's negative. I think that's
Ice cream.
leftover blizzard. Why do I have a blizzard on my fucking cigarettes? Gross. Love you, honey. Thank you. That'd be fucked up. I'm gonna test here soon. But yeah, yours is negative. Smoke bell. Well, yeah, I got a beer bell and I got a blowjob bell, but I don't got no smoke bell. Whatever. We'll get that sorted out, baby, soon. So what do you guys got going on in the chat here? Fucking lost my goddamn lighter too. Oh, found this one. There, y'all sorted out there, Roy.
Yeah, my mom's sick, and I'm having to kind of do some stuff that she would normally do this time of night. And she called me on the phone. She's about there laying in her bed asleep, or not asleep, but trying to go to sleep.
Calling you all asleep.
Well, she wasn't asleep, but she's trying to go to sleep, and she's been taking her temperature. She's got a fever and stuff like that. So anyway.
God take care of your Baba. You only get one of them.
That's right.
Captain Phil Cardi. Hey, Evan, pound the beers to you. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I am doing fantastic. The trivia thing is on a short little hold until Devin gets back from Paris. And then we'll try to get it sorted out for whenever he's available. I'm thinking we'd do it on his channel.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. And you're definitely going to lose.
Okay, whatever.
You have teammates again?
It doesn't matter. Wayne Withers and Cobra. Doesn't matter.
Oh, Cobra's actually probably pretty good at that shit.
Yeah. I bet Wayne is too. Don't undersell Wayne.
You know if Wayne was pulling Masters at Worlds this year? Or just the Open?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I have no idea.
So
Masters? How old do you have to be Masters?
40.
Oh, he's like 42, I think. Did you say?
I'm sure he has, but I don't remember. You know, Rick Rude competed in the light heavyweight division arm wrestling back in 1983. Yeah, Richard Rude, spelled R-O-O-D-E. He was a state champion in Minnesota.
R-O-O-D. There was no E on the end.
Pretty sure there was.
All right, that's another trivia question I just got right that you didn't.
Pretty sure you got that one wrong. You fucked it up.
All right, I'm going to look it up.
Well, you might look it up, and I might simply be confused because the new wrestling game my young lad got me playing has Rick Rude's son in it that has the E on the end.
His name was Richard Irwin Rude, R-R-R-O-O-D.
Now you're going to tell me that there's two R's.
No, I fucked up. R-O-O-D.
E.
No. His middle initial would be E, but no.
No, well, I think his young lad's wrestling under the Rude last name, R-O-O-D-E. Maybe he just added the E in.
Could have. You never know.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stories about Rick Rude arm wrestling. Rick Steiner tells a pretty funny one about Kurt Hennig fucking setting Rude up to beat some cops.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was a good one. Hey, he was Rude was he was a legit badass too. Like he whipped Ultimate Warrior's ass in the locker room, which is kind of like beating up a child, but
yeah, well, you go fucking mouth off to the Ultimate Warrior, man. Jim Hellwig's a big motherfucking dude.
He couldn't fight his way out of a fucking paper sack.
How do you know?
I've heard so many stories about he's just a roided up fucking. I mean, just because you're big and fucking muscle bound don't mean you can fucking fight.
No, but he'd still probably grab you by the head and pull it off.
I'd fuck him up. I'd definitely beat his ass now because he's dead.
Yeah, well, I mean, that definitely gives you a one-up.
Yeah.
I bet you it's a fair fight nowadays. Last I was talking to Uncle John was yesterday. He did have power back on, but still no internet. But yes, I did know Rick Rude arm wrestled back in the day. He arm wrestled in Minnesota. He was pretty good. Not world champion level, like some people say.
Right.
He was good.
Yeah.
Ryan versus Tullier. Ryan Bowen versus Craig Tullier.
Ooh.
Now, is this the Ryan that showed up to pull Bogdan or the one that showed up to pull Ray? There's a difference.
No, not the Ray one. Not the starved one.
Tullier smashes that dude out real quick.
And he probably smashes the full power Bowen, honestly.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Really?
I don't.
I mean, I like Bowen. I'm not shitting on him. I'm just Tullier seems like one of those.
I've arm wrestled Bowen. I know where he is good, where he isn't. I know where Craig is good. He's got one fucking lane. I've never seen him come outside of that. If Tullier can get it real quick, I don't know. I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
It's either Tullier by smash or Bowen by making fucking Tullier quit.
It just hangs him up and makes him gas out.
Because I can't see Bowen being strong enough to
He's
ever
not
go
gonna,
the other way until Tullier is already fucking done.
yeah, he's not going to flash pin Tullier. I don't think.
Well, he's definitely not going to flash pin Tullier. Tullier might flash pin Bowen.
Yeah, he seems pretty fast. Tullier.
He's definitely fast. He's, the first one out of the blocks every time. And usually it's well before the ref says to. But
even better.
And now you really got to pay attention. Like, is the Louisiana hops getting called, or like you're allowed to shoot forward right off that pad, slam down sideways, and you still get the win?
Yeah.
Like, these things matter in a match like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Atlantis IRL says, yeah, don't let a dude like that get a hold of you. But yeah, muscle bound is a real thing. It's hard to even throw a baseball when those guys get that huge. It's true. But there are some dudes, like the Ultimate Warrior isn't a dude that was just so big that he wasn't going to be physically able to do a lot of the stuff. He was big. But, I mean, I think he still would have been able to be athletic and do an awful lot of fucking shit still. If he knew how to fight, like.
But I don't think he did. And plus, he used to blow up on the way to the ring. I mean, he was huffing and puffing by the time he got in the ring.
Well, yeah, but he was doing like fucking Olympic numbers on that fucking 10-second.
Yeah, running down there and doing all the stupid shit.
That 100-yard dash of his coming down the fucking ring, I was setting Olympic times. If they didn't have steroid testing, he would have been in the Olympics on that fucking dash.
He was officially the worst wrestler that ever got pushed and made a bunch of money. But for Vince McMahon having such a hard on for bodybuilder steroid mongers, that's the only thing. I mean, he was the total shits. He couldn't work in the ring. He didn't speak English in his promos. His promos sounded like a retard with Down syndrome. I mean,
he can't say that.
Why not?
Because it's not allowed on YouTube.
Okay.
So this is your opinion, and in no way does it fucking share the views and opinions of the channel. Small print shit. I disagree. I think the Ultimate Warrior's promos were his very best work.
Well, I mean, that's not saying much because none of his other work was any good, not in the ring.
Yeah, he couldn't sell. He bumped worse shit. He hurt people. He was careless and reckless.
He broke Bobby Heenan's neck and never even said he was sorry about it.
He wasn't sorry about it.
Yeah, fuck him. I mean, what a dick.
The reason I dislike him so much is because he fucking fucked over Jake the Snake's fucking shot.
Jake the Snake.
I'm a huge Jake Roberts fan. I love that guy. He was awesome.
I never got him. I mean, his promo, he was a good talker. And I'm not saying he couldn't work in the ring, but he looked, I know he was tall, but he looked like
he was 6'5". He had a beer gut.
He looked like a guy that would be changing oil at the local Jiffy Lube. I mean, he did not look like a pro wrestler.
But he was smart. He didn't have to be one of these fucking huge dudes. He fucking sold that story in the ring on every match that he's going to outsmart you. He'll cheat. He's going to do whatever he's got to do. He was one of the few good guys that was allowed to cheat and have the fans cheer for him. And that's back in the 80s. If you're you're working babyface and you can get the fans cheering for you for cheating, you're fucking doing good.
Well, Hogan did it. Hogan, Hogan would do the fingernails down their back and stuff. That's cheating. I mean, you're not supposed to, against the rules. You're not supposed to do that. And everybody rod for him.
What, you're not allowed to do a back rake?
No, that's not in the rules.
I don't see where it says it's against the rules.
It's against the rules. Of course, back when there were rules. Back when
a back rake was against the rules?
Yes, you're not supposed to fingernail scratch people. Of course, I mean, obviously wasn't really doing it. We know that, but
wait, it wasn't real?
I don't want to kill you. I don't want to talk about the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus either, but no.
Wait, what?
What?
Listen here, motherfucker. You just settle down. Yeah, okay. So there's that fucking hitting people in the corners and shit. You hitting with a closed fist. Everybody does it. The refs just tell you, give you a warning. I know you're not supposed to be punching with a closed fist in the face, but I've never seen a referee do anything but give a warning for it. So is it really a rule?
Well, it's a
guideline.
It's one of those things. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen somebody get disqualified for doing a back rake. So it's not a guideline, really.
Well, I mean, like, I guess maybe if a guy just sat there and, did like 10 in a row when the refs tell him, don't do it again. But I mean, you wouldn't do that. That doesn't make sense.
Wait a minute. King Hoddle said Big Daddy didn't look like a pro wrestler. Who the fuck's Big Daddy?
Big Daddy was the big fat tub of shit who was super popular in England in wrestling in the 60s and 70s and 80s. Shirley Crabtree was his real name. He was terrible. I mean, he was this big 6 foot 6 inch, 400-pound guy that God.
Like Gorilla Monsoon?
No, don't insult. Gorilla Monsoon was a real wrestler and could actually work. Big Daddy was just this big. He couldn't work. I mean, it was awful. He had these big. I mean, you just have to watch some of his matches. It was terrible. He's what killed British wrestling on TV. He killed it.
I don't think there was ever a good British wrestler.
Bullshit.
Who?
You ever heard Billy Robinson?
No.
Billy Robinson was legit. Bert Azarati. You ever heard of Bert Azarati?
Next.
Who else was another good one?
Billington.
Yeah, Dynamite Kid.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
No, I never followed much of the British wrestling.
I didn't. Obviously, at the time when I was young, I didn't. But I've seen, I've studied a little bit after the fact.
Nothing. I mean, they had Paul Maiden wrestling there, so can't be that good.
Trying to think who Billy Robinson was really good.
Now that's a good beer.
Yeah, Moosehead. Yeah. Hey, that's a different. I've never seen a bottle of Moosehead that looks like that.
Green?
Well, no, the bottle's green, but like the label here, maybe they've changed it since I've seen it, but it's a different label and stuff here. Or it used to be.
No, this is a different label than they used to have here, but I love that shit.
Yeah, I like Moosehead.
Yeah. My favorite was Sting when I was growing up. Sting versus Veda Sag was my favorite. I like both those dudes. And Sting and the Ultimate Warrior were partners.
Yeah.
And then they just went separate ways because Sting was good and Warriors wasn't.
They were both terrible to start with, really bad. Sting obviously applied himself and
Sting got to wrestle Ric Flair. Got to learn.
Well, yeah, he did, and he wanted to get better. Warrior never wanted to get better. He just wanted to do his same, stupid shit he did. And,
he just wanted to make money.
Right.
The only thing that's real is the money and the miles.
Yeah.
So make the money.
Yeah.
As few miles as you can. I understand the whole philosophy. The Warrior might be a fucking genius. Well, the dude made a lot of fucking money and didn't have to put any miles on. Man, how hard is it when you run down the fucking... Yeah, sure, he had to sprint, and then he took some time to huff and puff and catch his breath when he got back to the locker room. But he runs out there, body slams a guy, power presses the dude, does one half-ass splash where he lands 4 inches above the guy, rolls him over into a pin, and fucks off.
I mean,
if I knew how to internet, I could probably pull up like 73 matches in a row that were exactly that.
He was in the right place at the right time. I mean, he was there for, Vince McMahon wanted, he knew Hogan was getting stale. It was time for Hogan to go, whatever. I mean, it was just like, and I mean, nobody else, he he would have never made it if he had to wrestle like in the end. Well, Ultimate Warrior would have never made it. He would have never made it if he'd had to like wrestle in the in the South, in the NWA, wherever. He just wouldn't have. I mean,
He
people
didn't
wouldn't
make it when he wrestled anywhere.
right. I mean, but for the WWF, he would have been a roided up chiropractor.
Well, you give a dude like that a good push, and fucking clearly it worked. They fucking sold it, so away you went. He made lots of money.
He did. He certainly did.
And then he fucked over Jake the Snake, and now I hate him. But I really did enjoy his promos. I love listening to Ultimate Warrior promos now.
Okay. I mean,
they're fucking hilarious.
Because you don't know what he's saying?
I mean, like, you can understand the words, they just don't make sense together. He's speaking in English.
Some of it.
It's like if you teach somebody all of the words in the English language, right? And then never teach them how the English language itself works. So somebody is just like going through a data bank of words that they know because they don't actually speak that language and they're saying them. You know, it's all English. They just don't go together well. That's a dude that likes to throw in big words to make himself sound more photosynthesis. He
made up his own words. You ever heard the story about destrucity?
No.
Destrucity. It was a combination of this was his like mantra or his thought process, his philosophy about how you be a wrestler. It was like a combination of like, I don't even know what the three words were. It was destrucity. And he literally would sit there. Like, if you ever hear the Jim Cornette talking about Ultimate Warrior, because he had to interact with him just a little bit, not much, but he was there when Warrior kind of came back for that second short period of time. And there was a time where he was sitting there, him and Bruce Pritchard were sitting there, and Warrior was just sitting there rattling on and saying all this shit. And he said they got to the end of it, and the Warrior, left. And Cornette looked over at Pritchard and he said, "What the fuck was that?" He was just like, "What did he even just say?" And he goes, "Is that?" And he goes, "Oh, that's just how he is, man." He's like, "That's just like, it didn't make any sense." Like he's just like rattling, like he was almost like doing a promo. Like that's really like he was incoherent. He didn't make any fucking sense.
His vocal cords had roid rage.
Yeah, I think so.
Man, Macho Man wasn't too much better.
He was way better. Come on. He made sense. Like he was like, you understood what he was saying.
Ish.
And
he had some fucking times where he was just right out to fucking lunch where you can look up highlights on the Macho Man's fucking promos that did not make any fucking sense. But he was fantastic.
Yeah, he was. And he was great in the ring too.
He's a fucking weird dude though. Wait, yeah, King Huddle, are you asking me why I'm more articulate than my brothers? Like my brothers? You haven't met all my brothers. But because they're big dumb idiots.
How many of you? I think I've seen at least 2 or 3 of your brothers.
I have 4 brothers.
I know. Well, I know, but I mean, I'm just saying. I think at least a couple of them have been on. The one that's your one Tarzan, the head shaving thing.
Okay.
Right? And
he's
then
the one that just got married.
Then Duckfoot.
He's the middle brother.
Right. And then Duckfoot, we know him.
That's the baby.
Right.
And then the one in between those two is he works up at a nuclear power plant. He's some fucking engineer or something.
Really?
Yeah, he's pretty smart.
Yeah. Made me think of this. I knew a girl in college. Her dad worked on a nuclear submarine. And if he put a wristwatch on his, back when they were, I guess they still make them, but, a wristwatch, not digital, but with the hands, that go around, it would go backwards on his arm.
What?
If you put a wristwatch on his arm, it would run backwards. Seriously.
That's not a real thing.
It was real. It's really bizarre. It's because he's working on a nuclear submarine, I think.
I don't think that's real.
Saw it.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not buying it. Not buying it. Yeah. So my little brother, Brad, he works at the up at the nuclear power plant there. He's a big old school wrestling fan and shit too. Should get him on here shooting the shit with us one night.
Yeah.
He's also a big fan of beers.
You got a super chat.
I did. Todd and Oleg's love child. That's creepy and awesome. Here's for beer. Cheers. Well, thank you. I'm gonna enjoy this one right here, right now.
Is he talking about Hutchings and Zoc?
That's whose faces are in that.
Yeah, I can't really see it. I figured those. So that would be like a. Would the love child have like one huge arm and one regular size arm? Probably.
Well, I mean, if you got the left arm from Oleg and the right arm from Todd, you'd have two normal sized arms if the guy was big enough. Because both of those guys' arms, especially their forearms, are way too big for their bodies.
You've arm wrestled Jeff Dave, right?
A couple times, yeah.
What does he feel like? Like, is it just, I mean, has he ever really committed himself to being an arm wrestler? Or he's just kind of dabbled in it. Like, he's never really been like a top level guy. I mean, or has he? I don't know.
Top level guy. I mean,
is he? Okay, I don't know.
He's beaten like Dave Chafee and fucking Scott Ballinger, and yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't realize that.
He won the PAF Nationals. Like, he's a fucking legitimate dude. No, he doesn't. He's not a great arm wrestler. He's not a tactician. His hand is big as fuck.
Yeah.
He's got some weird spots that are really fucking strong. But all in all, arm wrestling, Jeff's not like, it's comfy enough.
Did you beat him?
Won some, lost some.
I've never really seen a lot of his. I had no idea he'd beaten Dave Chafee. That is good.
He beat Dave Chafee in the WAL in the tournament, and then they wouldn't air the footage of that because, you know, Dave's their guy. And Dave ended up making it further into the tournament than Jeff did, even though Jeff beat him.
They wouldn't air the footage of it because Dave's their guy.
Yeah. So they actually have the footage from filming themselves from at the event. And they were told they are not allowed to fucking put it out.
That's fucked up.
Well, that's the business side of these leagues. That's where you run into problems. If now, I don't know if this is true. This is just coming from that, you know, but I get it from the business side of things. If you're trying to build your brand, fucking, you know, if he's not going to be one of your guys, you don't want to be building up other people when you've got your guys, right?
Yeah, but I mean, there's the whole thing of this is supposed to be a legitimate contest and the chips fall where they may. I mean, like, okay, I mean, you know, people beat, somebody wins, somebody loses. Okay. I mean, whatever. They aired the footage of Devin beating him. I mean,
and that's the biggest fucking view count they ever got. Like, that video was over 100 million fucking views.
I love that match. I go back and watch it.
I hated it. Dave Chafee is such a cheater.
He's such a cheater.
Oh man, and he talks so much shit, and then he does everything that he was talking about what he doesn't like about Devin. Says he won't quit a match. Says he would never drop below the table. Says all of this shit. I would never disrespect people while disrespecting Devin, and then he drops below the table and quits. Like, all of it. Just fucking Dave Chafee. Although I do hope Dave Chafee does well on the weekend.
You hope he beats Vitali?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to cheer for the NA boys for sure.
Yeah.
I cheer for Michael Todd when he's up against these fucking foreigners.
Yeah, I don't really care about that. I mean, like, I just, whatever. I mean, I like certain guys. I don't, wherever they happen to be born on the globe, I don't really care about that. But
right. But it just benefits me more if there's more top guys here.
I understand that. Yeah.
So Like, I like Vitaly. Don't get me wrong. I want to see Vitaly whoop all those dudes. I just want him to lose when he's pulling our top guys. That's all.
Yeah. I still love the moment and know the, yeah, big boy. Yeah, big boy.
Or when like his eyes like bulged out of his fucking head.
Yeah.
Oh, man, if they could like freeze frame that and rotate it around with the 3D bullshit and then measure how far his eyes came out during that, that's got to be close to that Guinness record.
You know, and the other thing is too, I mean, Michael Todd whipped his ass. Like Michael beat him way more convincingly than Devin did.
Now, that was like 2 weeks before the Devin match though?
Ooh, I don't know.
Where Dave realized he got hung up in the King's move and then he just stopped. He's like, I know I'm kind of screwed here. I got to save my arm, so it's okay against Devin in a couple of weeks instead. And that was one of the things that Devin was using in the build. He's like, what? You're going to quit against him so that you can come against me saying you won't quit? But you got to save your arm for me. You say you're going to walk through me, but you're trying to save your arm for me, and you're quitting when you say you won't quit. None of your shit's making sense here, Dave. What are you saying?
Todd has such a better King's move than Devin, though.
Right.
He really does. Or, yeah, did. I don't know about now, but.
I don't know if he does now.
But it just seems like that's just a natural spot for him. Like his arm is just made there. I mean, it's just like running into that wall.
What clown did I have on Tuesday?
He's talking about you had Joel Hudick and
Alan Ford.
Alan and Cobra came on, I think.
A few people came in later, but I had Joel and Alan. How are one of those a fucking clown? Are there any elite?
That's Joel that said that. You see, Joel said this is a lot better than that clown you had on Tuesday night. That's Joel. That's his comment.
I know. I can fucking read.
Okay, he must be talking about himself. Haha, like haha.
Maybe. Joel, I don't think you understand the purpose of self-promotion in any way. I was shitting on you for this the whole time. Well, I was going somewhere about building up how there's going to be Alan that's the clown, but whatever, you fucked that all up. So, Joel, you must bring yourself up always. You don't have to believe it to say it. You just need other people to believe that you believe it. Always up. Nobody wants to watch your arm wrestle if you're telling them that you suck. I mean, I tell people I suck, but that's just because I'm honest.
I like Joel. I thought he was a good guest. I like him. He was a good guy.
I thought Joel was great. He is welcome anytime he wants to fucking join the show. Just let me know if you're ever in. Oh, speaking of which, supposed to message my brother back here.
So can I ask you a question while you're doing that?
You can ask me anything you'd like. I might not answer. I might tell you to fuck yourself. Who knows?
So do you think after he gets smashed 6-0, 6-0, do you think this is the end of the 15 minutes of fame for Colin as an arm wrestler? Or do you think what? I mean, you think he goes away and stops dabbling? Or do you think the interest in a pay, like if he gets smashed, then like the interest in him having showed up and having another, match with, a real arm wrestler is kind of like, aren't people going to kind of be over it? Like, who wants to see him just show up? Like, really, he called out Michael Todd? Really?
Yeah, I understand the question. I'm just having a hard time concentrating with this weird ass fucking cat that just joined the call.
I'm a cat now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Oh my god. I'm not even going to introduce you. You're just going to be this weird ass fucking cat on the show.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
This is really disturbing.
This is Zoom. There are Zoom filters, man. This is the future. The future is now.
That's so creepy. Every time you laugh, it's just like fucking with me.
Yeah,
dude, it like syncs up with my eyeballs too. It's like as I'm blinking. Oh, I can't do one eye.
Can you look straight ahead, or does it have to stay sideways? Man,
Yeah, but
it's worse. It's worse.
Yeah, but with that filter on, are you flexible enough to lick your own asshole?
only without the filter. Yeah, filter
without
won't
the
get
filter.
it. It won't get it. Yeah, yeah.
I got you.
Now, is that because of your long tongue or because you're 5'2"? The cat tongue comes out. This is fucked up, man. This is fucked up. Okay, we got a couple of super chats before I deal with this fucking cat anymore here. JD Killen, 86. Shit, I gotta go grab munchies. Be right back. That makes sense. Z's guitar account. Hey, Roy, how big a boy are you?
Well, I think
you guys might need to private message if you guys are talking about what I think you are.
I'm 6'2", and I think I weigh around 260. I think I've gained a little bit of weight.
6'2", 260.
Yeah.
All right. Now, because you're a cat, can I just call you Pussy? Can you hear me, Pussy?
Yeah. Hey, Pussy,
still
you
there,
still
Pussy?
there? It's like, yeah, I'm still here, John.
I would spit on your fucking face.
You know, if you did that, I'd kill you. I'd fucking kill you.
Well, you think I'm just gonna sit here and let you fucking kill me?
I'm just gonna let you kill me, John. Ah.
That was
Fuck,
one of the greatest things ever.
Oh fuck, man! I miss those days. I feel like the UFC's not in the same place now as it used to be. Used to be better.
Yeah, I lost interest in it about several years ago now.
Yeah,
I used to love it.
It became actually fully mainstream. I kind of just grew away from it. Everybody watches fights and everybody knows everything, and I just have a hard time talking to people that don't know what they're fucking talking about now that they all think they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Too many Anthony Smiths out there, you know?
See, the thing is, I think the guys are so much better now too. It's just there's less what do you want to call it? Less interesting people fighting. If that makes sense.
Well,
back in the day, it was just you were a fucking crazy person if you were doing it back then, you know?
Yeah.
Everything was dark shows. You weren't really making any money. It was crazy people. I loved it.
I miss the old days.
I watched the very first UFC on television when it came on.
Me too. December of 93.
Yep.
Disgusted.
Dude, it's funny. I saw the first UFC like years after it aired. Because a buddy of mine was going through his dad's porn tapes trying to find porn. And he happened to find this thing. He's like, UFC, what is this? And then it
sounds like some crazy fucking clown fisting porn.
Yeah, he thought it was ultimate fisting competition.
Ultimate fisting clowns.
I don't remember how old we were. I think probably like 15 or something like that, somewhere around that age, right? And then it ended up being the first 3 UFCs. I think we watched it, and I was like, "This is fucking awesome! I want to do this."
UFC 1, I watched live. My uncle, who lived next door to us, got the pay-per-view, and mom was out doing something or other, so dad was home with the kids, and I was 9, so we went over to my uncle's and we watched it, and it disgusted me. Like, I liked watching pro wrestling, but I couldn't watch these guys fucking kicking each other in the face. The fat guy's laying up against a cage, gets booted in the fucking mouth. Like, this is fucked up. I don't want to watch this. I was 9.
I thought it was. I was a little bit older because I watched it after the fact, but I just thought it was the fucking most awesome thing ever.
UFC 2, the match that bugged me on that one that I didn't enjoy watching, all the elbows, Remcar Purdue.
Oh.
Yeah, I forget the guy's name, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, all those elbows and the guy's out, and he's looking at the ref, still elbowed in the face, like, you gonna fucking do something here? I was like, this is fucked up. I can't watch it.
Oh, that's right. That's when he had him in the crucifix.
That was Gary Good.
Gary Goodridge. That wasn't until David versus Goliath. No. This was way before that. So it was kind of like a crucifix.
I know what.
Not that one where Gary was just fucking smashed. So this guy was on top of him, looking underneath, elbowing backwards like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember now. I gotta have to look it up. I don't remember. It's so long ago.
Yeah, that one bugged me. And then UFC 3 is where I fucking fell in love with it, like, for real.
Was that with Chemo? He was in the third one, I think, right?
Chemo.
Yeah.
If Chemo had his head shaved and didn't have that ponytail for Gracie to grab onto, Chemo would have beat his ass.
No.
He had him, man.
Well, I mean, look, Chemo beat his ass in that fight.
Yeah, he fucked him up.
Well, yeah.
Chemo would not have won the fight if he would have came in with a shaved head.
The only thing that kept Gracie from was holding on to his hair. I mean, like,
Yeah, but then he would.
I have seen that fight 1,000 times. For my 13th birthday, my older brother found UFC 3 on VHS in one of these fucking for sale bins. And that's what I got for my birthday from him. And that is the only VHS tape I had that got rewound and played so much that the whole tape was just fucked. Now, I had lots of VHS tapes that had like individual titty scenes that have been rewound and like fuzzed out. You can't even see anymore. But that whole UFC, I'd watched so many fucking times. Yeah.
Hey, what about Keith Hackney, the Giant Killer? That was awesome.
Such a bum.
The bullshit. That was one of the best fights ever. Him against Emmanuel Yarbrough. Hell yeah.
Best fights ever. It's one dude swinging a fucking wild windmill palm.
Oh, he hit him with that fucking bridge hand right across the nose and put him down and then broke his arm, hammer fisting his big fucking head.
Yeah, so then he's got to start swinging it this way.
Yeah.
And I wanted to watch Yarbrough like Donkey Kong him off of things.
Remember when Keith Hackney destroyed Joe Son's nuts, had him on the ground, just crushed his
those were vicious dick punches. I actually got a good buddy that I watched pull that move off in a bar fight. We all stepped outside of the bar, and there was, these guys didn't like us, and a couple of the guys wanted to square off. So my buddy ends up fighting with this one big dude. I don't know who he was, what his name was. He was a big fat guy, right? We just all called him Cheeseburger. I think that's what started the fight, actually, is us calling him Cheeseburger. But they hit the ground, and my buddy's on top, and he's kind of like in a half side crucifix, and he's like, I can't reach his face, so fuck it. He just starts driving the guy in the guts as hard as he can, right? And he gives him 3 or 4, and he looks up at the guy's face, and the guy's face doesn't change every time he hits him. Fuck this. So he reaches his leg down, hooks a leg, and splits him, and just starts fucking pelling him. The guy was giving reactions then. He gave him 2 or 3 of those, and then he stood up. And I know punching somebody in the dick hole is not very nice. But when the guy stood up and grabbed his nuts, I don't know what his voice sounded like before the fight. I don't remember. But I do know what it sounded like when he stood up, and he's holding his ball sack, and he just screams. And he was so mad, he took like this fucking the snow brush out of his car, and he smashed all his own windows in off his own car.
That's not smart.
No, it wasn't very fucking smart.
So he used his snow brush to smash his windows in?
Yeah.
How? It was like plastic.
What's a snow brush?
It's a brush for snow.
You are getting outsmarted by a cat, and you want to have a trivia contest. Talking to this cat and talking to Roy.
I can't believe the tongue works, though.
People need to record these conversations, because one of you two is very likely to end up on the next like Netflix documentary, like that new Dahmer one.
The new Dahmer one? What's that?
So there's a new documentary series on Netflix about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, murderer dude. Gotcha.
Yeah, kind of like half ate people and stuff.
Cannibal. You know what's really interesting about Dahmer is when he had sex with the corpses, he used condoms. I mean, he was
Makes sense.
He was trying to be safe. I mean,
wait, so this is fucked up. Now, pussy, you're from Ottawa. You may remember this being in the news a few years ago.
Yeah.
So there were a couple of people from Canada, actually in between where we live, towards Empire, Carolyn Place, somewhere in there. They came back from vacation. There's one girl, she was meeting up with a guy at the resort, whatever, that worked there. And they were getting pretty friendly, and he kept trying to, come back to my room, we'll hang out, whatever. And she wanted to do it. And then for some reason, she just couldn't the last time. And then she got on the plane and left. Or I guess she did have sex with him, but she never went back to his room the last day before she left. And when she came back, she was super fucking sick, and they couldn't figure out what it was. And then they found all of these bodies in the hotel she was at down there on her vacation. And it turns out the guy that was trying to pick her up had this thing about like fucking kidnapping people, tourists, and killing them and still fucking their bodies. And there's some weird disease that you can get from having sex with a corpse. And she had that disease because he gave it to her. So, like, she was pretty sure that had she went back to that room before leaving, she would have been killed. And yeah.
I do. And you said the chick's from Carlton Place, eh?
Somewhere in there, Carlton Place, Arm Prior, somewhere. I know it's not fucking far.
Yeah, I do vaguely remember this now. This is a while ago. This is like 15, 20 years ago or something.
Is it that long ago? I was thinking 5-10.
Yeah, no, I think it's longer than that.
It might be. I don't know.
Yeah. But I do vaguely remember hearing that. Yeah, I think it was
sometimes conversations come up that make you remember things, and like that's just a fucked up thing that I heard in the news that I can't ever forget. But you could definitely get a disease from fucking corpses. So I too wear condoms. No, not when I fuck corpses, just in case they fuck corpses. Never mind.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Really
I wonder what it is. Is it like the rotting flesh that gives it to you? Because I guess you know, after a couple of days, you start to really rot out, right? So
yeah, it's probably like some sort of flesh-eating bacteria or something, I would think. Like,
yeah, that
I've
would
had
make
that
sense.
before.
Well, it's because you didn't use a rubber.
No. I punched a hotel room door in Vanier, and I ended up with this little scratch on my knuckle, which turned into this huge open sore. And then both my elbows, both my knees, all of my knuckles opened up with all these weird fucking sores. I had to go get it checked out. And it was some weird type of flesh-eating disease that I had.
Sounds like you had fight bite.
What?
Fight bite.
Fight bite?
Yeah. It's when your hand gets cut open by like somebody's tooth, and you get somebody else's spit in your hand, in your cut.
Yeah.
And it gets all gross and infected. Yeah.
It's like if you get bit by a.
That scar right there, I had to pull a tooth out of it.
Yeah. So
it never got infected.
Well, I mean,
I definitely had my hand infected. It was pretty bad. They had to drain it, and I had to take antibiotics and all kinds of stuff. It was bad.
I was definitely on antibiotics when I got that fucking flesh eating bullshit. That was fucking crazy. Like, I mean, one tiny little scratch and it just grew. And then all of a sudden, all of my knuckles, my elbows, my knees, just fucking giant pus-filled fucking sores. It was fucked up.
Eesh.
So the flesh eating disease is some type of staphylococcus?
probably.
Staphylococcus?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, like some kind of like a type of staph infection.
Yeah. Staph's no joke.
No.
Speaking of staph infections and flesh-eating disease, I heard Roy got the flesh-eating disease and he's only got 12 years to live. Fat fuck.
Fat. I'm just healthy.
I can't tell if the cat's fat or not. Look at him.
Actually, I just had a parasite.
What kind of parasite?
Cryptosporidium.
Ooh. Did you really?
Crypto.
Yeah, no.
Crypto parasite. Is that from too much porn?
Bitcoin.
Did the computer have the parasite?
You drinking water out of the stream?
No, I think what happened is I think my dog probably had it and then licked my wife's face, and then she got it, and then somehow, butt stuff and all that fun stuff. I probably got it.
Or maybe because you're a cat and you were trying to lick the dog's asshole.
Good chance. That's how I got it too. Yeah. But I don't know if you know anything about Cryptosporidium. I think it's Cryptosporidium.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as a cat, do you put peanut butter on your own asshole before you lick it?
Hard to say.
You look more like a cheese whiz kind of guy.
Oh, hot dog. I'm a hot dog guy. I'm a hot dog cat.
That's fucked up, my friend.
But yeah, no, it's fucked, man. I lost like 15 pounds. I was probably super sick for about a week and a bit, and then maybe another 2 weeks on top of that where I was just liquid. Yeah.
Super sick, 2 weeks, 15 pounds down.
Yeah.
So are you gonna go make out with the dog a few more times then?
No, I'm pretty close to back down weight now. I've been eating. This is
so you're down to 200 at 5'3"?
I am a little under. I'm like 190, 190-ish.
But you're 5'3"
Hey, in heels, buddy.
and a quarter.
So let me ask a question. Is this the Matthias that is the technology guy that does the stuff for Devin? Is that who this is?
Yeah, same guy. I'm not
Okay.
working on arm bed anymore though. I got other things going on.
I got you. Okay. I
How's
can't
Here,
the
you know
thing going?
What's that?
How's the thing going?
Good. You know what? Give me 1 second. I'll turn the cat filter off. I'll turn it off.
Oh no, I love the cat.
Do you want me to keep it on? Okay, I'll keep it on.
Yeah, I love the cat. I don't want you to ever turn the cat off.
Yeah, I'm actually working on something really, really good, really cool right now.
Are you allowed to talk about it or what?
Yeah, it's my project. I can do whatever I want. I'm not a
I
secret
don't know.
person.
Is it too early? You don't want to talk about it or what?
No, it's fine. I'll throw it out there. So it'll hopefully be version 1 will probably be out by the end of the year. That's kind of the goal. But essentially what I'm working on, it's a pay-per-view type platform for like sporting events, for like streaming, and for essentially being able to monetize events kind of closer to the pay-per-view model. All the monetization stuff, I can't go into it, but yeah, it'll be something you'll be able to do paid streams and stuff through, just like you see some of the bigger sporting organizations do. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. So hopefully by
Okay, well, because you suck at talking, I'll recap that. So,
Yeah.
you know how everybody tries to do these fucking live streams, whether it's on YouTube or different platforms where everybody pays a few bucks to get to watch the stream, and they always fucking suck, and then everybody complains about it?
Yeah.
He's trying to make one that's like those, except they don't suck.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I thought he said.
Yeah.
I'm just a nerd. You know, I talk different. I talk nerd talk.
That's actually a very smart idea and a good idea, because there's obviously there's a market for it.
Yeah, I think so. And the way that I kind of found it out is I was helping Magda with the was it the We the
dude,
North
you're
event.
gonna throw yourself right under the bus.
No. What am I? What am I?
You're
throwing
the
under
one
bus?
that shit fucked everything into the ground on that stream.
Hey, I was filling in last minute. I was not.
Are you the guy that did it or not?
Yeah, I did all the video stuff.
Shit fucked to the ground.
I did what I could. I did what I could with what I was working with. I think it turned out okay.
Well, at this point, I think you just lost everybody's interest on your new project.
Well, that's
If
essentially.
you're the guy that worked on that, I ain't fucking doing shit you did.
So the company that set up their streaming stuff, they were the ones that set it up through Zoom, and then I essentially just try to figure out how we could get it live like the day before. So we unfortunately we weren't able to do it live. We had to do it pre-recorded, but it's kind of what we were dealing with, unfortunately. But yeah, because of doing it through Zoom and because of how that was all set up, I was like, man, there has to be a better way to do this. And I started looking up stuff online, and there's a few platforms that kind of do it, but they kind of suck. So I think it's a good opportunity to build something good, especially for arm wrestling to start. You know, it's a smaller market. It'll be a good pilot for it. But yeah, the way that I have things set up, like, yeah, we're about, I'd say like 2.5, 3 months away from getting it done.
Well, that's fucking progress. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd imagine that shit takes a lot of time, doesn't it?
Well, about 3 months worth.
Like, and how many hours do you like put into that shit?
Well, at the beginning, the first probably 3 weeks to a month or whatever was just doing research and trying to figure out, you know, if the market's there and, you know, what the technologies that have to be used to kind of execute on it. And now it's like, yeah, I probably put in between 20 and 35 hours a week. And then once I get it to a certain point, then I have a couple other guys that are going to jump in and help out as well. So
Like more nerds.
more nerds. Yeah, I know two of the guys are not nerds, but some of the other guys are. Yeah.
Hey, Matthias, do you watch the chat while talking?
Sometimes.
I'd avoid it.
What's in the chat? People shitting on me?
No, I would just avoid it. Not really any of your business.
You try to kick me out. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I see how it is.
Well, I mean, I'm not looking at what the answers are, so I mean, I'll close the poll in a minute or two here. But, you'll know what's up. I mean,
Yeah, let's
fans vote you as the weakest link. You know, sorry, you gotta go. Goodbye. I don't know.
But the but yeah, the other thing that I think I told you about the high production event stuff already, yeah?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I
But
don't
yeah,
know. Some clay dog dude wants you to hit him up. He needs like a
Clay
I
Dog.
don't know.
Hit me up, Catface. I have something next year that needs good video. Yeah,
Who
man.
the fuck's clay dog?
Yeah.
Maybe you should hit him up because Catboy's name is on the screen or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Best way to reach out to me is probably through Instagram, not Facebook. I don't talk to anybody on Facebook.
And I don't do Instagram, so trying to get a hold of you is fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll respond to people I have. My Facebook, I literally only have like friends and family on there. Like if I've never met you in real life, like I'm not putting you on my Facebook.
So I'm like a real friend to you?
Well, I can delete you if you want. That's cool.
I mean, I don't care. Not really. I mean, it's not gonna upset me.
Yeah.
Not too much.
No, I have pictures of my kids and shit up there, right? Like, or kids, sorry. And like family and shit. So I don't want random people. Like I get tons of people that randomly add me like every once in a while. And I'm not gonna do it. Sorry, man. If I haven't met you in real life, we're not Facebook friends. But yeah, no, the other thing I'm working on is I'm gonna put together it might only be like 1 or 2 matches, but like high production
Oh yeah.
lead up to the match with kind of like what the UFC like all access stuff has, right? Where they have like, they follow the fighters around for like a couple days and like interview their friends and family and shit. I'm gonna do something like that for a couple of local
Tell
guys.
the story of the person behind the match.
Yeah.
So you get a build up, people get to a little bit of interest in who the person is.
Yeah.
And you get, that's actually a great way to build the sport. I've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah.
If you want people to actually enjoy arm wrestling, if you're not a hardcore arm wrestling fan, you don't give 2 fucks about watching an event that you don't know who the guys are.
Yeah.
Right now, a lot of people tune in to watch when Devin's pulling versus when, even though it's a lot of other high level arm wrestlers, there's still more views when Devin's pulling because there's so many more people that are like invested in watching Devin. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you can get some type of fan base based on an actual arm wrestler, the match itself is going to be a lot more interesting.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's the cool thing about arm wrestling is we have so many people that are just, interesting people, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking wild dudes out there.
Wild dudes, yeah. Yeah, crazy people, right?
Well, I mean, you got to kind of be a crazy person to arm wrestle. It fucking sucks. This shit hurts and it costs you money. And why does anybody fucking do it? I still can't figure it out. I know why I do it, but it doesn't make sense.
Well, the first 6 months or so are the worst, right? Like
it doesn't get better.
I don't know, man. I definitely still get sore, but not as sore as I was in the first little bit there.
Wait until you decide you are gonna go fucking hard. You've got this match coming up on this date 3.5 months from now, and we're going after it. We're gonna fucking kill it up until then.
Yeah.
And then you end up at a hard ass practice in the valley on a Wednesday night. And you're like, fuck it. I'm doing 4 a week getting ready. You go home from here and your arms are beat to shit. Then you still show up tomorrow and go hard again. Man, you're going to be laying in bed with your arms in the air, trying not to cry, wondering if you're going to show up to the match or if you're just going to quit arm wrestling tonight. That still happens 10 years in.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
It doesn't get easier. Well, I've done MMA and fight sports and all this shit. None of it is even close to as painful as arm wrestling.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Cauliflower ear might be close.
Nah, both my ears are fucked. It's fine.
Was your ear ever like 2 inches thick and black?
Not black, but it was discolored, and it still hurts to sleep on. Like the one's definitely worse than the other, but they're just very, very hard, right? It feels like I'm sleeping.
Yeah,
on a
now
rock
it's all crunchy. Like I can't feel my ear anymore.
Yeah, see, I can't bend my ear. My ear's all hard.
Well, I mean, it bends, but it won't fold in half like this one will.
Yeah.
But man, when it was all fucking swollen out and bleeding and shit, if I rolled over in the middle of the night, I'd wake up and scream.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah.
So that, just while it was that bad, might be comparable to arm wrestling pain.
Nah, our arm wrestling's worse. It's worse.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. The ear sucks, but at least, I don't know, with the ear, you have things you can do, right? You can ice it, you can drain it. with the arm wrestling, with the arm pain, you're stuck like that. It just, you can't, there's nothing you fucking do. You know?
Nothing. Well,
There's
I mean, you
nothing.
can go back and forth between the hot and the cold and shit. It helps. Take a bunch of Advil. I mean, you do what I do and just fucking crush 30 pints and it kind of fucks off a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But all in all, if I could talk, I broke my leg fighting. That was nowhere near as bad as the ear or the arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ear, I don't know. Mine on the one side was pretty bad. Like I drained it and everything, and it it sucked. But yeah, I still think, me personally, I think the pain in the arms for arm wrestling is fucking 20 times worse, at least.
Marcus isn't training very hard.
Who's Marcus?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that guy. Some Irish dickhead that thinks he's going to beat me at drinking, arm wrestling, and fighting all on the same day.
Oh yeah, when's this happening?
January.
Ha ha! So what's the plan for the event? You're gonna drink and then you're gonna fight and then you're gonna arm wrestle at the end, or what?
So first we're going to drink. Now I'm not really interested in actually fighting the guy. Not for real. He was I think it was a European kickboxing heavyweight champion.
Okay.
So I mean, if he won, what's that whole UK area called? They got their own little bullshit.
I don't know. It's just a bunch of cans over there. So, but yeah. I
Yeah,
get you.
well, like nobody over there has hands anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. But I mean, if he won that whole fucking area in kickboxing, I don't really want to catch a shin to the side of the head from a dude that even knows how to throw a little if we just had a drinking contest. Also, I don't think he'd want to catch a shin from me in the side of the head after a fucking drinking contest and you see it coming, but you're too drunk to fucking move.
So you guys are gonna drink first, then you're gonna fight.
Yeah. So, Commonwealth. Is it Commonwealth? I don't know. Either way, he also won that shit in judo. So he's like a high level dude in both kickboxing and judo. Apparently he's like world class in judo or some shit.
Yeah, judo's bullshit. Look what happened to Ronda Rousey. Hey?
Oh, she was the most successful female fighter ever.
Yeah, debatable.
Until other women learned how to fight.
I think
Parisian was a pretty fucking big badass too until people learned how to fight.
yeah, Carl was decent. Yeah, Carl was decent. Kind of a Goomba, but yeah, he was a decent fighter.
Well, until everybody else got good, he was fucking awesome.
He's Armenian.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, he is. Thanks for throwing that in there after your quick Google search, you fuck. I think everybody knows that Carl Parisian's fucking Armenian.
Don't fuck with Armenians. They're dangerous.
Just like Manny. Either way. So
Manny's like 2.5 feet tall, though. It's
well, so are you. What are you talking shit about people for being short?
Yeah, but
Man,
you're
Manny's
shorter than me.
built like
I gotta
you,
punch
except
down.
You're
I gotta-
40 pounds heavier with half the muscle. How are you talking shit?
You talking about Manny Gambirian?
Yes.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Manny Gabriel, he was all right, but he didn't reach his. I guess he's cousins with Carl, right?
Yeah.
never
Do you
kinda
not
reached
have
the
like a
same level.
hairball to choke on or something?
What is that? What is that supposed to mean? What are you
You're
trying
a
to do here?
fucking cat talking shit about real men.
Well, come at me, bro.
You're soft. You're just
Look at my
soft
tongue,
like a
look at
kitty cat. All right, I gotta take a piss real quick. But so the fight rules against Marcus is going to be wrestling, except it's all fucking judo rules. Fuck.
So let me translate this for you, Matthias. What Beer Man is really saying, but not really saying, is he's going to get fucking stretched by Marcus.
So they're not really fighting. They're doing like some grappling rules or whatever.
Yeah, it's going to be a quote. It's going to be grappling. He keeps saying, well, he's saying we're going to wrestle, but it's judo rules, or it's judo and we're going to wrestle rules, or some shit like that. Whatever. It's going to be people rolling around on the ground and getting stretched. Well, it's going to be Beer Man getting stretched because Marcus is going to stick his right big toe in his left ear.
Are they still going to be wearing gloves though? Like, can they still punch each other? Like when they're grappling?
I don't think it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be a grappling contest. I think, but who knows?
You should still throw punches in there. So,
Yeah, well,
Because grappling without punches is bullshit.
All right, guys. I went to piss in my jug. I had a little snafu. I gotta go upstairs to the bathroom. I'll be back in a few minutes. If you guys can.
Did you cut your dick on something?
You gotta take a shit.
I possibly shit my pants.
Use a litter box, bro.
I had an experience like that when I was in when I was going to law school. My best buddy in school there, he lived about 10 miles from me. He lived in an apartment closer to the school, and he had a drum set, but it was like an electronic drum set, like a Roland, and you could it wasn't an acoustic set, so you could just play it, and it's not loud, like you just play it with. And
like a digital drum set.
Right. Yeah. So we hung out all the time and everything, and he was a good drummer. I played drums, and so I go over there, show up, we're hanging out, getting there, start playing his drums. And I'm sitting there, I'm just playing, and I'm like, feel like I got a fart.
And you shit on his drum set.
Well, I shit in my pants, and I was just like, that's the definition of disappointment: a fart with lumps.
Hey.
And I was just like, I just got there, and I was just like, hey, playing. I was like, oh, and I looked at him, I said, fuck, I got to go back home. He's like, what? I said, I just shit my pants.
Dude.
You never know. You just never know.
Yeah. Well, that's what I had when that cryptospinosis shit that I just had a couple weeks ago. when I knew I had it I was literally like, just walking through the house, and I thought it was a fart, and I was like, okay, it's not really a fart.
Yeah.
I got something here. And then literally it was like probably week and a half plus of just actually it was probably altogether it was maybe 2.5 3 weeks of like shitting, but the beginning was really bad. The beginning was like, it's like I would sneeze the wrong way and there'd be liquid coming out of my butthole. It was bad times.
Yeah, that's bad news.
Yeah.
I always, whenever I go anywhere now, I carry this, which is a little spray bottle with rubbing alcohol in it, and I always carry a pack of wet wipes with me too, because you just never know. I mean,
well, I don't plan on getting parasites anymore, so I think I know the difference. I know when I got a fart when it's a little bit more than that.
Yeah, my gut health is a lot better than it used to be back then too, so I don't have quite the same issues I used to have.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah. That's one of the true things is like, obviously you're a baby and you don't control your own stuff. Like you just wear a diaper. And if you live long enough, sometimes unfortunately you end up back in a diaper. But that window of time in between where you're actually able to manage your own waste is when you've really evolved as a human being.
It's when you're peak human. Hey, you can hold your shit in.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we've evolved. We're no longer monkeys because we can hold our shit in. We don't just shit on the walkway. Eh?
Unless you live in San Francisco.
Is it that? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I heard it's bad down there. Ain't people shitting on the streets and shit.
Yeah. Like homeless people just shitting everywhere.
Fuck, see, I almost moved to San Francisco like 15-ish years ago, I think.
Oh, yeah? Are you from the States or are you from Canada?
No, Canada.
I got you.
But I was going through job interviews at a company in San Fran, and I was in the last stages of interviews, and I was literally looking at fucking houses and shit, and we were getting ready to sell our home. And right before we were going to sign like all the final contractual stuff, the real estate deal that the company had fell through, and they fucking fired everybody. And then they rehired a year and a half later again. But then, I didn't make the cut, I guess, when they did the rehiring. But yeah, I was literally going to manage the whole development team. And shit fell through like right at the last second, which is good. Because if I fucking sold my house and then moved down to San Francisco, just to get fucking canned, that'd be terrible.
Yeah, it would be. I'll tell you, man, that's a really expensive place to live. Like not just California in general, but especially the big cities like San Francisco and stuff. I mean, like a shack that's about to fall down, is $1 million. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the job that I was applying for, like the pay definitely would have been worth moving there.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was they were just throwing around stupid amounts of money.
And the weather there is excellent. I mean,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
it never gets balls out hot there ever. Like it's 68 degrees like on July 4th there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hot.
Yeah. Well, anywhere I think along the coastlines in the US, it's pretty much beautiful all year round, right? Except for the northern regions, I guess.
Well, that the California coast is the west coast over there is different. It's hot as fuck down here, and like I'm not that far from Florida.
Yeah.
And it's humid and fucking hot in Florida. I mean, like, it's never cool there. I mean, it's just.
Well, I moved to Florida. I was down there just before the frick end of the world happened.
Yeah.
Went down there, went to like Disney and shit. We were down there for I think 9 days or so. It was awesome. I totally lived in Florida. I'd fit right in with all the Walmart people. I'd fit right in there.
Yeah. I lived in Florida for about 2.5 years. I lived in just north of Tampa.
Nice.
And it's not that much hotter than here, really, where I live now. I only live like 40 miles north of the Florida border. So, I mean, I'm almost in Florida.
Powerful. So you just go to Disney whenever you want.
Yeah, which is never. So that's even better.
I've never been to Disneyland, but I would like to go when I die. And like some people get their ashes like spread over the Grand Canyon or in the ocean. I want mine spread around at Disneyland, except I don't want to be cremated. I just want my body spread around Disneyland.
So you want your body essentially to cover up a bunch of little kids, or you want to be somewhere where little kids are all the time.
Why are you bringing kids into this, you weirdo?
Who the fuck else goes to Disneyland? It's fucking a bunch of little kids.
What's fucking little kids? You're being weird, cat. You're a weird cat. All right, so I don't know what you guys were going over there, but
we're talking about San Francisco and the weather.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that you two are talking about San Francisco.
I'm a cat.
Yeah, fucking cats love San Francisco. Anyways, I went to pee and I felt a fart. Any dude has to know what a post-piss fart is. You finish your piss, there's a fart. No?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty normal every time, everybody.
What's not normal is what you did afterwards.
Well, it was like, this fart feels like a solid bubble. And if farts don't have chunks in them, I need to go check this out. So, turns out it wasn't that bad. Shorts are clean. We're okay. Just had an awful lot of mess that I needed wet wipes for between the cheeks.
Yeah, you just did like a crack filler. Yeah. kept it off the underwear. That's a good stopping point.
It's a brown Oreo. Yeah.
Well, if you've never shit your pants as an adult, we're probably not going to be friends.
Is that what we're going to do now? We're going to exchange shitting pants stories? Yeah, is that what we're doing now?
I'm not opposed to the idea.
I told a story about me shooting my pants as an adult to Matthias. So, yeah.
Yeah, you shit on his buddy's drum set.
Yeah. I heard it. I was actually watching the live from my phone while pooping.
Actually, I think the worst time I've ever shit my pants was I literally just got back from a barbecue where people were serving moose. So they had a giant moose on a fucking rotisserie, and needless to say,
they had an entire moose on a rotisserie.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. It was at a military barbecue. That my
Who the
dad
fuck
went to.
has a rotisserie that big?
It's huge. It was over a fire. Yeah, they had like a little fucking generator thing going that was like spinning it.
Yeah, no. Like we've done the pig roast and stuff. Like to put a fucking moose on that, man, that's a hell of a fucking rotisserie that's gonna fucking handle that kind of weight.
Oh yeah. It was huge. It was massive. Anyways, needless to say, we had moose. Tasted good, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was good. It was good tasting moose, but not good moose.
It probably was fine. Just your little soft pussy belly couldn't handle it. Look, moose is a very fucking strong wild game meat that a lot of people just can't handle well. People that have never eaten it come over to my house like, hey, you ever eat moose? Like, no. Like, well, you're about to. So we pull it out, cook it up, everything else.
Trust me, I've had moose before and after that. And I've like, this made my whole family sick. Anyway, so essentially what happened was middle of the night, I wake up and I'd fucking shit myself so bad that was all down my pant legs. It was all over the bed. It was all over the sheets and it was up my back. Okay. So it was like a mega shit. And I was like, holy fuck, like I'm going to go shit again. So I ran to the washroom, sat down the toilet. Toilet's covered in shit now because it's fucking shit all over my legs. And then as I'm shitting, I'm like, holy fuck, I got to puke too. So I grab the fucking, the garbage in the fucking washroom and I start puking in it. And it literally felt like I was a wet towel that was being like squeezed out at both ends.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
So while all this is happening, so we have 2 washrooms, right? In my house. And my house, it was my mom, my dad, and my brother. All of a sudden, my mom runs into the washroom. She's like, why are you on the toilet? And I'm just like, bleh, bleh, as I'm shitting. So she like runs in the backyard. And then my brother runs in the washroom. He's like, oh, fuck. And he's leaking everywhere. And then he runs in the front yard. So essentially, my mom's shitting in the backyard of my house. My dad's in the second washroom. I'm in this washroom. And then my brother's puking and shitting in the front yard.
That's a rough go, man.
Oh, it was something. It was something.
Hey, so first off, when I said that moose is just a really gamey meat that a lot of people's stomachs just can't handle it if it's their first time.
Yeah.
That is definitely very true. And people have a lot of indigestion issues if they're not used to it.
Really?
For a guy that's had it several times before and never had an issue. I did have an issue with that once. We had a moose when it was hanging, the neck started turning green. Now we cut that all off, right? And got rid of all that. I guess we didn't get enough. So every batch of burger from that moose, people were having issues with. So we make burgers. Some people are getting the shits. Myself, I just got indigestion really bad. Like the worst fucking burps you've ever fucking seen. Like massive fucking belches every 15 seconds for hours. And it was painful. It sucked. But I didn't get the shits from that. I'm not sure which shit in my pants story I got to go with, though, for you guys. Do we want the one where I shit my pants 5 times in one day? Or the one where I shit myself so bad that the wife had to clean me?
That one. It's number 2.
So why, like, what? How would you shit yourself so bad you need somebody else's help to clean? That doesn't.
You stand in the yard and she sprayed you with a hose.
Somebody said that Matthias, the fucking weird cat, needs a drug test. I'm not going to take a drug test because I know those results, but I am going to take a COVID test. While we're having this conversation.
Is that the back of the throat or the back of the nose COVID test?
Yeah.
So you're gonna get it all back in there?
Up into my sinus cavity. I'm just missing this one. So the one where the wife had to clean me. Oh my God, it was so bad. So I've been kind of fucked up with my back for a while. Now, Matthias, you know all about how fucked my back is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So first roof of the year, we do the roof. It was a long day. I was pretty fucking sore. By the end of the day, I'm not walking so straight, you know. I'm fucking gibbled up pretty good. I was in rough shape. We're over at my uncle's house and we're having a couple of beers. I had 2 beers into me. The wife came over, you know, so she could hang out and then drive me home afterwards. Oh God, I hate that so much.
I gotta go deeper. Go deeper, Evan.
Dude,
get right in there.
Fuck you, it's in my brain.
Get what in there.
It's in my brain.
You don't have a brain.
You just got penetrated on stream.
I made that up then. It's not
yeah, that's not allowed on the stream.
Yeah, you're banned now. YouTube's gonna ban you.
You showed full frontal penetration.
Full penetration.
It wasn't there like a chick that just got fucked on like Twitch or something?
I have no idea.
So you're kind of like her now.
I'm almost exactly like her. So we're at my uncle's. We have a couple of beers. I've got 2 or 3 beers in me. And like, I'm hurting. I get up and go take a piss. So I walk out of his garage, go lean up against his boat, and I'm taking a piss. And all of a sudden, both of my knees just buckle. My back locks right up. I hit my knees and hold myself up on the boat. I'm like, fuck, what the fuck? And I go to pull myself up and realize my legs are wet. Holy shit. I just shit my pants, like in the worst way. So I walk back to the garage. She just opened the door, leave my head, and I'm like, honey, I need you to come here. She's like, what? Like, I need your help. Can you please come here? She's like, well, let me finish my smoke. I'll be there in a minute. I'm like, honey, I just shit my fucking pants. I really need your help right now. Oh, okay. She put the smoke out. She comes into the house with me. I just hopped into my uncle's shower. And when I'm trying to peel these, so I wear multiple layers of sweatpants when I'm roofing, extra protection of the knees. So the back of the straps don't fucking cut into my knees when I put my knee pads on.
In case you shit into one and then you have another pair. I get you.
Plus, it keeps the heat out. And it was still spring. It was cold. So it's all good. Either way, there was shit went right through my underwear, all through all 3 layers of sweatpants. They were all covered in shit. Completely. You've got kids. You've had to change babies like whenever the shit comes right up the back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I had it all the way up my back. It was in both of my socks. All 3 pairs of pants are covered in shit inside and out. It was so bad. And I could barely stand up straight because my back was still fucking locked up.
So why'd the wife have to help you though? I don't get that part.
I couldn't clean myself. I couldn't turn, bend, reach.
But you were in a shower though.
No, I couldn't get into the shower because I can't turn or move or bend.
Oh, because
I got you.
Gotcha.
And get like fucking baby wiped down because she would have had to shower. To get in the shower, she didn't want to be standing in that fucking thing when it's covered in shit.
Yeah, a hot steaming shower full of shit. You know how brutal that smells? The steam will just assault your nostrils.
Yeah, it was a rough day.
Yeah, that's true love.
Are you watching this shit? Are you sitting upstairs watching this?
No, I can hear you.
Honey, how was that story?
Exactly how it happened.
That's exactly how it happened.
Yeah, see, that's how you know that's true love, eh? How do you know you love somebody? You're willing to wipe the shit off their body.
Off of her 280-pound man's fucking baby shit. Covered in shit. You know what? I'm going to go through this shit myself 5 times one day story too. She also had to deal with that. I was feeling a little under the weather. I didn't know what was going on. But we're building this house way out in the middle of the fucking bush. I don't shit in the bush without a rifle. I don't do it. Only during hunting season. If I'm at work and you don't have a fucking porta potty there for me, I'm driving to the fucking store to go take a shit. I don't care how far it is. So I go to the store, take a shit. On my way back, I'm like, oh, I got to fart. Lift a leg, shit my pants. Fuck's sakes. All the way back into town, hop in the shower, clean myself off. And I just left the shitty boxers right there in the shower. I'll deal with that later. Grab new boxers, new pants, back to work. I'm up on the roof. I go to climb from one set of planks to the next, shit myself again. Fuck. All right, well, it's lunchtime. I go home, shower, leave those shitty underwear in the shower. New underwear, back to work. Right at the end of the day, me and my brother Tarzan, he showed up right at the end of the day to help me finish the roof. And as I'm climbing up the planks, it's just, man, I wasn't shitting my pants. Like I wasn't farting. I was doing nothing. My asshole would just open and let shit fly out. It was terrible. And I'm crawling up the roof and James is looking at, there's shit running down the roof. He's like, what in the fuck? Did you just shit yourself? I'm like, yeah, I did. He's like, that's fucking gross, man. Stay the fuck down there. Don't even come up here. Like, all right, I'll go get you more fucking bundles, whatever. So I do. And on my way back up, I go to throw the bundle of shingles up to the next plank. I shit myself again. It's like, what in the fuck? James looks at me. He's like, I swear to God, if you just shit your pants again, we're leaving. Like, well, I definitely shit my pants again. That's it. We're going home, man. I'm not fucking dealing with this. Like, yeah. You're not dealing with this. Fuck. This is terrible. Like, man, we got 15 minutes left. finish this fucking roof. We can do that in the morning. I'm not fucking being here with you shit all over the place. We're packing up. You're going home. I'll pack up.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Got a super chat.
I see it. It's fucking Marcus. What do we got here? Marcus with the big €100 super chat. Here we go again. Princess Koof, Rapunzel feeling the pressure of January against Paul Maiden and myself, or maybe it's just Evan getting on no plane. Marcus, I don't know if you've been following international travel, but they don't even test or ask you about COVID or any of that shit when you get on and off a plane in Canada anymore.
I think in the US they still do, no? Like to get in the US?
I don't think so.
I thought. See, I've heard mixed feelings. I've heard people that have gone into the US and they've asked them for all their papers and tests and shit. And I've also heard, but does that mean you have it or it doesn't? I don't know. What does one bar mean? Are you pregnant?
I don't know. Like my camera won't zoom in.
You need to back it up a little bit. Back it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the camera's not auto-focusing to it. It's like all set to me back here, but once it gets back here, you can't see.
It's a boy.
Negative.
You've got herpes.
Well, yeah, but you're still allowed to fly an arm wrestle with that. Otherwise, there's a lot of people that weren't doing their jobs. So yeah, no COVID, just a little bit of the flu. No big deal.
Sick.
We'll be just fine.
So
my kids have COVID, right? So I just assumed when I'm sick now, it was
everything's COVID. Everything's COVID now.
Well, they tested positive, so they were down in Toronto for the weekend, and they came back and they all tested positive.
Yeah.
So I figured the prudent thing to do is to get checked.
But I don't think you put it deep enough. I think you got to do it again.
Well, that was the only test I have, and that's so typical of a guy. Let's try deeper.
Yeah,
that was just a tip, just to see how it feels.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
We'll go deeper though.
Yeah, you're being very vanilla there. You just kind of went in a little bit. You
in this scenario, I'm the one getting penetrated, and fuck you, that was far enough. All right,
you've got to adopt this
shit again.
You got to go all Jenna Jameson on it.
Jeez, Louise.
Why would you pick the ugliest fucking porn star in history?
Yeah. Wait, did you want him to put 3 tests at once? Is that what you're going for there?
I could probably take at least 3. Just ask Cobra. Ask Cobra. And so Marcus, in no way am I feeling any pressure about fucking January. Easy days. Easy days. I am in no way worried about that.
So explain to me the rules here of that whole event.
So Marcus challenged me to drinking, wrestling, then arm wrestling. And he's not an arm wrestler.
So why just wrestling though?
Because I wrestled.
Yeah, like throw gloves on. Be a man.
Because I don't want to?
Yeah, why not? It's more fun.
Because she was a UK kickboxing champion?
Yeah, but just take him down.
He was also a world level judokan?
Yeah, then take him down and punch him.
It's easy to say when you're sitting there like a cat.
Yeah. Well,
why don't you come fight Marcus for me?
Well, I don't know who the guy is. How big is he?
6'2", 250, 260?
Yeah, he's way out of my weight class.
He's way out of my fucking weight class, motherfucker.
Well, you're like what? You're 260.
Motherfucker, when I was fighting, I was in the 170, same as you.
No, see, I fought at 160 plus 5. So 165.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 5 pounds lighter than what I was doing. What the fuck?
Well, it's different weight class.
So put on 5 fucking pounds and come take this for me. You take the Uchimata and shit in the fucking face. No thanks, man.
Yeah, no, wrestling was
me to a wrestling match.
Yeah.
And then whenever he starts giving me the rules, it's fucking judo rules.
Well, what are the big rule differences? I guess so. Is it just take down and start over, or do you stay?
If he throws me, he wins.
That's stupid.
Are you gonna wear a gi?
No. It's judo. It's no gi judo. Basically, is what he's changed the rules to. It started as a wrestling match, and then he set it out as no gi judo.
Are you just gonna wear a Speedo?
I was gonna say you gotta wear a Speedo. Yeah, Speedo and baby oil. Take a bath in baby oil the night before.
I ain't wearing shit.
Okay, or that.
Oh, like old style. This is like old school Olympic wrestling, naked, right?
He's wearing a fucking gi. I'm gonna have my balls out. Fuck him. But yeah, look, if this is a fucking judo match, I guarantee I am getting flung through the fucking air.
So what do you weigh right now?
240?
Okay, so he's got like 40 pounds on you essentially.
Probably 20.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Now, if he wanted to do like that ADCC no-gi grappling, that's one thing. But that's not the rule set he set out. It's fucking literally judo.
Yeah. Just don't get thrown. It's easy.
But he challenged me to a wrestling match, right? The scoring and point system in wrestling is nowhere near the same as judo.
Well, it keeps going. That's the thing, right? Judo, it's like you hit the ground, you get kind of top position-ish, and then it's done. Where wrestling, yeah, you have to pin the guy, right?
Well, no. If I take you down and you go to your back, in whether it's judo or ADCC, you're on your back and you're able to control yourself in judo, right? In wrestling, when you get taken down, you've got to get to your fucking stomach.
Yeah, you can't stay on your shoulders. Yeah.
Right. Judo, you just can't land on your back.
Yeah, but judo rules is like, if he throws you, he just has to hold position after the throw, and then that's it. It's over, right? Point.
Or go, there's still submissions.
In judo?
Yeah, fucking arm bars, chokes, all that shit.
Yeah, but not really, though.
Yeah.
In judo, it's mostly just like, it's over the second the guy gets thrown, is it not?
If he goes full around and then lands flat on his back, yeah, it's over. Done.
Yeah.
Win. But you end up in a fucking scramble to the ground all the time, and then you got chokes and arm bars and all that other shit, and then they time you out, stand you back up, start again.
Yeah.
But in wrestling, you get taken down, you got to get to your stomach like in a hurry, and then you got to like all starfish and start blocking shit, and like he challenged me to a wrestling match and then start changing all the rules. It's not the same fucking thing.
No, wrestling's more fun to watch, anyways.
Yeah,
Don't
fucking
do judo shit.
Goddamn Marcus, he's like Levon. Sign up for one thing and then cry about the rules and change it. And like,
who's your manager, Evan? Get somebody in there to fight for the rules here for you.
my manager is Marcus, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, you fucked up.
Well, this is the thing. Don't fight your boss. This reminds me of whenever Tito Ortiz was going to fight Dano.
The Dana White thing. Oh, you gotta do that? You gotta make him weight the scale, just not fucking show up.
No, but it's like, who doesn't ever want to show up and punch their boss in the face? I'm just going to do it with a mat.
Yeah, well, just squeeze some cheap shots in there, I guess, eh?
Man, I'm going to like fireman's carry, except I'm not throwing. I'm just going to stand up, walk around, and then fucking dump them. I'll go Ultimate Warrior style on them.
F5.
Airplane spin. Airplane
Yeah, F5.
spin.
Oh, man,
Oh,
I'm
you
going to grab by
can't
the
see my
ankles and
hands.
give him the big spin. Going to be a good time. I'm going to
Okay,
fuck Marcus
so
up.
drink competition, judo match, and then arm wrestling afterwards, right?
Right.
Okay.
Best 2 out of 3 wins. So he's got to outdrink me and then out wrestle me in judo and then beat me in arm wrestling.
So really, the fucking clutch move would be to like not drink, watch the other guy get shit faced, and just fuck him up at everything afterwards.
So you're probably going to win 2 out of 3 of this. You're going to win the drinking contest.
Well,
Well,
apparently not.
well, if he beats you at that, that's impressive. But he could. I don't know.
Yeah.
But-
He's a big Irish prick, and apparently he's drunk every day.
So
Yeah.
what's the rules of the drinking competition though?
I don't think we've established a full rule set, or maybe we have, and I don't remember.
Because are you doing shots? Are you doing beers?
I don't know, just drinking. I seem to recall something about putting a shot of Jameson into our beers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like or what you call
Irish car bomb. Irish car
Yeah.
bomb.
Yeah. Because like the only like real drinking competition I've ever done was with shots. And we started off with shots of beer, and then the alcohol got gradually heavier. So there was probably, I'd say, about 80 shots each, and it was like 20 of them were beer, and then 20 of them were something else, and the last ones were like tequila. And we essentially just went down the chain, and you had, I think it was like a minute and a half to do each one. So you just pace yourself.
Go through that whole thing again.
So we had a table. It was a table full of shots, right? I'm using my hands. We can't fucking see in the show. Stupid filter. But yeah, so it was shots from one end of the table to the other.
Yeah.
And I think there was 80 shots altogether. And we had a time limit on how long you could take at each one. And I thought it was a minute, but maybe it was 30 seconds. I don't know. But you essentially just start at the one end of the table, and you each have to do them at the same time. And then whoever fucking quits.
80 shots total. So like 40 each?
No, 80 each. Yeah.
80 shots each.
Yeah. We didn't go anywhere close to the end. Nah. Because it was like the first 20 were beer, right? So the first 20 shots were easy, right?
Well, no, you start foaming up. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I've done 100 shots of beer in 100 minutes, and like that's tough enough to keep it all in your guts. Like you foam up. It's a lot.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember how many shots we got in. I don't think we did half. I think we quit before halfway. So I don't think either of us did 40. It was me and a buddy of mine I went to high school with, but we both pretty much got to the same point. We're both like, "You want to go?" I'm like, "I don't want to go." He's like, "Do you want to go?" Like, all right, we quit at the same time. And we just call it a draw.
Okay, so 20 shots of beer. What were the next 20? Like fucking tequila rose or some shit.
No, I think
you get into a liqueur.
I think it was like Fireball or something.
Oh,
yeah.
I
So
think
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Just cinnamon instead of fucking sugar.
Yeah. So I think it was 20 shots of beer, 10 shots of Fireball, 10. Then it was 10 whiskey, and then 10 vodka, and then it was the last 10 were tequila, but there might have been some other ones, some mystery ones thrown in there or something. But yeah,
antifreeze.
One, I would just like to publicly say that don't ever do this at home.
Yeah, no, it's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea.
No.
The likelihood of death as a possible outcome is really high.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a really good chat that I want to point out. Zachary Sadler says, if you lose drinking to
we don't listen to Zach Sadler saying anything.
He says, if you lose drinking to a European, the world won't make sense.
He's a fat ginger.
Okay. I just thought that was a funny.
Like, isn't he fucking Irish?
Zachary?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's on my team. He's a fat ginger.
Oh, he arm wrestles with you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he's some weird Protestant or something.
Yeah. So anyways, you should figure out the rules. Get those rules down.
Well, Marcus is in the chat. Fucking
Yeah.
he can fucking hash us out real quick. And no, Marcus, we will not be doing the Drunk Wars competition before I arm wrestle Paul. I am smashing that dude before we do Drunk Wars. There is no fucking way I'm getting into a no-gi judo match with a world level dude before an arm wrestling competition. Nope. Not gonna happen. Also, I might be taking a pit stop down to Texas for Arm Wrestling Uncensored 3 here.
Oh, you wanted to get your IQ points down a little bit.
No, I'm just going to drink with them and show them what's up. I'm not competing. My right arm will be not competing in any way until January. I'll fuck around left pretty good. Whatever, I don't care. But right-handed, solely focused on Paul Maiden.
Is that in Houston, Texas?
I think so.
And when's that one?
November 5th?
Oh, so that's before.
Remember the 5th of November.
It might be early December. I can't remember. We'll be talking about it next week on Tuesday. We're probably going to be live on Uncle John's channel for Beers with Bad Company again. And we're going to have a lot of the guys, the Arm Wrestling Uncensored guys, popping in and out, you know, shooting the shit, talking about that whole fucking ordeal going on there.
Yeah, get your best boy Grant on there, eh?
Fuck Grant. He wouldn't eat the frog. I'm done with Grant. There's a few other guys in that arm wrestling uncensored world, but I just couldn't be bothered. I don't even read their chat anymore. I don't talk to any of them.
You know who the smartest guy in that group is? What is it? Muhammad Hassan. That guy. He's really smart.
Is he?
No.
Is he even a guy?
I don't know if it's a real person. He's the guy.
Devin
that,
is convinced that that's one of his ex-girlfriends.
Yeah, I think he said stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know. Hard to say.
He put out a video saying that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So next Tuesday, we're going to be on Uncle John's channel, not mine, for Beers and Bad Company. And we're going to have a bunch of the arm wrestling uncensored guys in there. Now, there's a few of those that I understand it's uncensored, so you can't censor people, right? Just because I don't like them doesn't mean I can censor them.
Yeah.
That's kind of what uncensored means. Yeah.
Right. So I just, I exercise my freedom of choice to not talk to them or read their bullshit just because they irritate the fuck out of me. There's just a few guys in that group that wouldn't be allowed to talk the way they do to real men if the whole world hadn't turned into Matthias.
Yeah, that's the internet, man. Everybody is 200 pounds stronger of muscle on the internet, right?
Yeah, like Mike Tyson was right.
Yeah.
People have just gotten way too comfortable with talking online and not getting punched in the face for it.
It's true, man. It's fucking true.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, so there's a couple of those dudes that I just can't fucking stand. And that Nanya motherfucker, I really want to punch that dude in the face.
Nanya?
We'll get into that another time.
I don't know who that is. I don't.
Whatever happened? He hasn't been around in a few weeks. Where's he?
He messages me all the time. He's like, let me in the chat. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, I just don't. You piss me off. I think you're a shitty person. I don't want to talk to you. So it originally started, I was supposed to be going down to this. I was going to arm wrestle a couple of big name dudes in Texas. And then I was going to have a fist fight with this Nanya fellow. You know, he explained to me that, you know, all I ever done is jujitsu, and that's what I know. And he's a street fighter from New Jersey who's been jumped all the times. So he's going to fuck me up. He's never done any formal training, and I've done jujitsu. So we're going to fight whatever. Okay. You've got your fucking athletic profile of me. You got it for sure. I'm a jiu-jitsu guy. That's all I know.
Yeah, he's overlooking the fact that you used to be a bouncer.
And I fucking never did jiu-jitsu.
Right. Well, yeah. Right. I understand that. Yeah. But
whatever. Either way, you want to do this fight, and I'm like, you know, if you want to fight me that bad, and I'm there, I'll fucking do it. Like, what am I afraid of fighting you? If the worst thing that happens to me that day is getting beat up, life's not that bad. I haven't really been beat up. I've been beat up before in practice, but like never.
That was very different, yeah.
For real getting beat up, you know? I mean, even getting beat up in an MMA fight's not the same as getting your fucking shit turned in a bar fight. It's
in a parking lot.
Well, sometimes getting beat up in an MMA fight can be worse, though.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I would say, unless you're getting hit with fucking beer balls and shit, you're getting hit a lot more there than you are at a bar fight.
Only because you're intelligently defending yourself and the ref isn't stopping it. In a bar fight, sometimes somebody will hit you, you fall over, and they stop. And sometimes they put the fucking slippers to you.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's no referee to stop when they're fucking kicking your fucking unconscious face.
Yeah, but usually when it's in the bar, it just becomes fucking a mess, right? And shit usually gets broken up before it gets too fucking crazy. It's when you go outside, that's when
you end up in the parking lot and you're getting some fucking dipshit fucking stomping on your unconscious face. It's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll take that fucking in the cage where that's not a possibility. But either way, he challenged me to pride rules so that he can kick me in the face. Whatever.
Does he not know that if you take him down to the ground, you can fucking like knee stomp him?
I was not going to bring that to his attention.
Okay.
Yeah. The only downside is you can't throw an elbow.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck elbows.
I like them.
Yeah, but on the ground, throwing elbows in a lot of ways, it kind of puts you in a bad position.
Maybe, but I'm against a guy that's only ever fucking been beat up in New Jersey streets, so I'm not worried about those uncomparable positions. And I was going to try to work on a deal where I got paid extra for every stitch he needed, but whatever. Either way, the Paul thing came up. I blew a hernia out of my guts. In no way am I willing to throw a fucking punch with my right hand when I got a fucking match with Paul in January. Like, it's...
Yeah, do it after.
Right, but I'm going to Texas November.
Oh, gotcha.
Anyways, fucking, they kept talking, and then all of a sudden, the offer that was given to me changed. So it's like, all right, I guess I'm not going. Fine. I'm just not going. I'm not fucking changing the fucking deal. You want to change it? It's fine. I'm not going.
What did they want to change it to?
Well, at first they were telling me they were paying me. So if I'm getting paid to go, okay, I'm coming. And then it's like, well, you got to fly yourself here. Like, no, I got other shit on the go, especially with fucking Ireland coming up in January. That is the only match I'm concerned with. Anything that even takes away from my training for that match is out.
Yeah.
So yeah, looks like I'm still going. Just I won't be fighting.
Want.
But there's a good chance that I will just drive to New Jersey in the spring to punch that motherfucker after.
Yeah.
Well, Marcus said he wants to see that and he thinks the guy needs to be punched. So when I fly back after Ireland, he said he's coming to visit too, and we'll just drive down together.
When's this? In early spring?
Well, I mean, that'd just be January. We don't have the date worked out for the.
No, I mean, when are you gonna fly down? When are you gonna drive down to punch the guy? Early spring, you said?
Well, if he flies back to Canada with me right after the Ireland event. So
okay.
That could be January, that could be early February. We haven't figured it all out yet.
Yeah, maybe I'll drive down with you.
Yeah, so he's just gonna fly back to Canada. We'll hop in the car. We'll fucking drive down to fucking New Jersey and punch this motherfucker out.
Yeah, New Jersey's not that far.
No.
Yeah, super close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he can go and tell one of his fucking stories about how he got jumped by fucking 6 dudes. It's gonna feel like he was jumped by 6 dudes. I'm a lot of fucking man for that little dipshit.
5 dudes and a cat.
Oh, you're coming too? You're coming
why
too?
not? I'll go for a road trip to New Jersey.
Marcus, we're not bringing Paul. Fuck that guy. I don't like Paul. Marcus keeps you in the chat, and he's the guy. So when I see his name show up, I've got it set to go up in big letters, so I always see when Marcus talks. Marcus, you need to understand, I do not like Paul Maiden. The reason I talk shit about Paul Maiden to start all of this off is because I don't like Paul Maiden. He used to be really good. He's also a fucking dickhead. We need to stay away from each other before the fucking match because I don't like this fucking guy.
So is that like a matter of he's a lot like you, so you don't like him? You're too similar?
That is possible, and I've been asked this before, and I don't think that's actually the case because I don't know if I'm actually that much of a dickhead. Matthias wouldn't be my buddy if I was that much of a dickhead.
I got a lot of dickhead friends.
Yeah, but am I that bad? Like, or am I more of a dick or a dildo? Like I do the same thing, but it's not real.
Yeah.
So when I get old and get Parkinson's, I'll become a vibrator, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. I'm a dick, but I'm not a real dick, so I'm more of a dildo. That's just how I think of it.
Yeah, you're like a soft dick, right?
Like a fake dick.
You're not like a hard thing that like penetrates. You just kind of want it slaps you around a little bit. It's not, it doesn't really.
I wasn't
hurt,
talking about penetration here. I was just saying I'm like a dick, just not really. I'm like a fake dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going way overboard here.
Yeah.
You and Roid would probably be good friends.
Soft dick.
So I like fucking around, screwing around, having fun, whatever. But if I was actually as fucking rude as I tend to enjoy being, I wouldn't have any friends. But
yeah,
if I'm making fun of you, it's probably because we're buddies. Or I don't like you, one of the two.
So New Jersey's only about 8-hour drive. That's not bad at all.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck would I pay to go to fucking Texas? out of my own pocket to fight some guy I could drive to in a few hours.
Yeah, but here's
I
the
could wake up in the morning at a regular time, drive to New Jersey, and have him punched out before supper. Right? Like, why the fuck would I need to pay to go all the way to fucking Texas to do this?
Yeah, but you're missing the huge downside. You actually are. You would have to go to New Jersey.
Right. I don't have to stay in New Jersey. And I only need to stop in one place when I'm there. And it's only going to take me like, what, 6 seconds to get my fat ass out of the car, 3 seconds to walk to his door, a quarter of a second to fucking lay one on him, and then I'm fucking gone, out in New Jersey again.
Oh, we can swing by New York on the way back.
Yeah, there's a few places in New York I don't ever want to go again.
Yeah, I don't know. New York's kind of, yeah, it's hit and miss. I've been there a couple times now. It's too many people. Too many people.
Alan Ford, Brendan Mulvihill, myself, and Yucko the Clown. We were coming back from Baltimore, and we had a hard time finding booze. Roy, stop that. It's weird. So the four of us were driving back from New York. We got sidetracked looking for beer. And Roy, quit that. We got sidetracked. We ended up in a real bad fucking place. I can't tell this story at all on YouTube. I can't even edit this down to make it YouTube safe. But it was real fucked up. And we had to go right now. We ended up finding some corner store gas station that we were able to buy White Claws at, and we just drank those because I wasn't comfortable going back to look for beers anymore after that. I'm gonna piss again. I'll be right back.
Powerful. Yeah, actually, I'm trying to think. I think the last time I went to New York was for who was fight? Oh, it was for George St. Pierre versus Michael Bisping fight.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was a few years ago. Yeah, we watched two escorts scream and hit each other with purses. That was fun.
Oh yeah, that was when St. Pierre came back out of retirement to fight for the championship.
Yeah, and he looked like he was full of vitamins. He looked fucking thick boy. He looked thick boy for that fight.
That was kind of after we were talking about UFC earlier, and it kind of lost like that. Like that's an example. I'm a St. Pierre fan. I liked him. I liked him.
Yeah.
But just the fact that the guy can be retired for several years, he comes back and he gets an immediate title shot. It's like,
yeah, I'm okay with that though. What's wrong with that?
But okay, but what about the rankings? Who was the number one contender at the time?
Dude, fuck the rankings.
No, but
fuck the rankings.
But
rankings are bullshit.
Well,
because like, who makes the rankings?
Well, but the whole point is there's guys that are out there that have been there for the last 5 or how many years St. Pierre was retired.
No,
and he shows up and gets the fucking time.
Yeah,
it's
so
just
what?
Like,
but if nobody gives a shit,
the reason that they gave St. Pierre that fight is because the 185-pound division was in the middle of a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Silva was gone. He was useless. Weidman lost to Rockhold. Rockhold got super fucking chinny. And you had Michael Bisping, a guy that spent so many years as a fucking floater as the champ. They had nobody to fight him. There was nobody fucking good.
No, there was other guys that were lined up that, technically should have had
nobody
the fight,
gave a fuck about.
Exactly.
It was just in a shitty fucking weird spot. Yeah. Whitaker and Gastelum and these dudes, Romero, they were just on their way to getting to that where they're drawing people in. St. Pierre was just the best option that they had.
What was the biggest money fight? None of the other fights would have made anywhere close to as much money as that.
But to me, that's what kind of killed the UFC for me when they just started.
No, they need to do more of that shit. They need to have more fights like that.
They delegitimized all their title, all their belts mean nothing now. They delegitimized.
Oh, that's not true. That's
having the greatest welterweight of all time moving up into middleweight to go for the title.
Because he's been retired for 7 fucking years. I mean, like,
and he was still good enough to come out of retirement, move up away.
But that's not the point. That's not the point.
But what's the point? What's the point? You would rather watch
the champ at the time.
Yeah, you would rather watch a bunch of people fight that nobody gives a shit about. Like that was a fight that it was a big money fight, right? Everybody loves St. Pierre. Fucking Bisping was a good heel and he'll sell tickets.
Don't.
Like, it's not about not liking anybody. It's just
I don't like St. Pierre.
It's when
Although
they
I agree with the chat. USADA ruined the UFC.
Ah!
No,
Wow, they
look-
just use other shit now, man. You think any of those guys are clean? Come on, get out of here.
Okay,
No, what-
so hold on. I'm gonna end this poll before we get back into this chat. Should the cat stay? 22% said yes.
Ha!
44% said no. We want to see the face, and 35% said kick him, nerd.
They didn't say that. They voted for it. You're the one that said it.
But they voted.
All right, you want me to take the filter off? Let's see if I
Yeah,
can-
apparently they want to see the face. Fans get what they want.
Let's see here. How do I turn it off when I'm in here?
Not a clue. So what were you
Stupid
saying there,
Zoom.
Roy?
Hey, you better have pants on.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
I just hope he has a fucking shirt on.
Don't
Although
judge
he
me
lost
either.
15 pounds, his titties might not be as nice as they used to be.
No, I'm close to back to where I was. I'm close.
Like back to fight shape?
No, guy, I'll never do that again.
Because you were a skinny looking fucking weird nerd. It's like, man, this nerd actually knows how to fight. It's weird. It's like
Eh,
bullies are gonna have a hard time stuffing that nerd into the locker. I'll tell you what. He's small enough to fit, but fuck, you're gonna have a hard time getting him in there.
I got my lickings when I was in high school and stuff too. I had my
Yeah,
fair
that's why you
share.
learned how to fight.
Well, no, even before then, I was doing like karate and kickboxing and all kinds of shit. I was
Yeah, but karate's not real.
Kickboxing is though. That's why I quit karate when I was younger because
Fucking
I
karate is
got
real
a fight
too.
and got my.
Yeah, kickboxing works great until you run into somebody that knows how to wrestle.
You could somebody that does. There's real karate. It's not all just this American McDojo bullshit. Go to
There you go.
Okinawa. There's some motherfuckers that do karate.
Sure, and you can give me any world level black belt in karate and give me any collegiate wrestler and put them in a fucking back alley behind a bar, and I know who my money's going on, and I will take all of your money if we keep doing this.
If this
Yeah.
one of those motherfuckers from Okinawa that's for real, I know who my money's on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Okinawa. So you're talking about guys that are fucking like 160 pounds tops
I don't give a shit.
against fucking Brock Lesnar in college.
They fucking kill him.
You are out of your
They
fucking
would-
mind.
Are you what? Okay, whoa. Stop. You think a 160-pound dude is going to kill Brock Lesnar?
There are those out there that would. Yeah, and I'm not just saying just
Like
any
who? Like somebody doing karate? You're saying too?
those real. Fucking
Have you ever
guys-
watched John Wick? Because I would bet on John Wick. He would kill Brock Lesnar for
Listen.
sure.
Listen, there is not one 160-pound karate guy that would beat Brock Lesnar in a fight, even if he had a baseball bat. It's not
Shit.
happening. It's not
You
happening.
could start
Yeah.
with a baseball bat or a kendo stick.
Yeah.
Or fucking,
This is-
I don't know if I would give him a sword. I think that gets that starts tilting the odds pretty good.
yeah.
No.
There's a good chance that they both die if there's a sword.
The thing is, Brock Lesnar's a legit high-level wrestler, right? Like, I've trained with like some high-level wrestler dudes, and if somebody really knows how to wrestle, they're gonna fucking take you down. And like the karate guy's not gonna do fuck all, especially
Brock
with 100
Lesnar
pounds.
is a terrible wrestler.
He's got a strong double leg.
He is a tremendous athlete.
Yeah, but he's got a power double leg, and his double leg.
Technically shit. He is terrible.
I wouldn't say he's terrible. I wouldn't say he's the highest level, but he's really, really big, and he's got a really good double.
I think
Yeah.
he is the worst wrestler to ever win the NCAA Division I title.
He's a better wrestler than he is a fighter. He is.
I don't think his wrestling's much better than his boxing.
Yeah.
His boxing's shit. His boxing's terrible.
So is his wrestling.
I don't know.
Technically, it really is. We're not fucking talking apples and apples here.
Yeah, no, like so there's technically good, and then there's effective, right? Yeah. So I would say at heavyweight, until Brock fought somebody who had close to his wrestling pedigree, he was a beast. But it's like the second you can stuff his takedown, it's like, now you're not having a good time.
Randy had a better wrestling pedigree and still
Yeah,
lost.
the weight advantage.
But he
though,
lost
was
by
too much.
knockout to a better striker.
I wouldn't say Brock was a better striker.
You know what?
He-
No.
he
No,
fucking
I'm
Donkey
saying
Konged him.
Randy lost by knockout as the better striker.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I definitely fucked up my words there. But
Yeah. But you're talking about like Brock, and Brock had the age advantage by like fucking 25 years or whatever. And he
well,
had
so did Tim Sylvia, but it didn't
Yeah.
help
He weighed
him any.
100. Yeah. He weighed 100 pounds more too.
So
Yeah,
did
but
Tim
different-
Sylvia, but that didn't help many.
Different level of athlete though. Tim
Look,
Sylvia.
the longer you stand there and trade with somebody over minutes and minutes, somebody can, like Lesnar did. He landed a lucky shot behind his ear, and he fucking knocked him out. I mean,
Anybody that's ever fought knows that those aren't lucky shots.
Yeah, it's
there's a degree.
no, but the thing is the weight advantage. So I think Randy was probably around 220, 230 tops in that
Yeah.
fight.
232, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
He also slipped that punch really well and still got knocked out in the back of the
Yeah.
head. It's
Yeah.
fuck, whatever.
But Lesnar was cutting weight to make 265, right? So I think in the ring, I think Lesnar was closer to 285, 290-ish, right?
No. He was under
Oh, yeah.
280. He was under 280.
Yeah, he cut weight to make 265.
That
Yeah.
was before USADA, but they still had testing.
Sure.
So he
Well,
was
let's
still all
say-
jacked up, but not the monstrous levels that he.
Yeah. So let's
Yeah.
say 280. Anyways, it's
I
a
think it was
big
like
weight
275
difference.
that he was cutting from. Like he was under 280.
He fucking looked way bigger than that. But yeah, he could be right.
He was against
But-
a 230-pound dude. Of course he did.
Yeah. So he had a massive weight advantage. And to be honest with you, I think Randy had a chance to win that fight.
Oh,
But
definitely.
Like he was
did.
winning that fight until he lost.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
did. Yeah, he had a chance. Yeah.
The thing is, when
Yeah.
you get hit by somebody who's a 280-pound dude,
When
it
he
doesn't matter
switched up that
fucking how they hit
fucking-
you. He's a big fucking hand, right? Like,
When he switched sides on that fucking high crotch up against the cage and picked Lesnar up,
yeah.
I was losing my fucking mind. Like, what?
I
the
know.
fuck?
I know.
And
Yeah,
then he fought Velasquez. Now, I knew Velasquez was a good wrestler, like a much better wrestler than Brock.
Well, different pace.
I didn't
different
think it was
kind
going
of
to
pace.
matter, though. I thought Brock was just too big and too strong,
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
the skill gap was irrelevant. Much like how he won the NCAA.
Yeah.
The skill gap was irrelevant. He's just too big and fucking strong.
Yeah.
I thought
See,
we were going to see Cain Velasquez as the first person that was successfully picked up and thrown out of the cage.
See,
I know they
because
created that rule after Tank Abbott tried to throw Nelmark out. But
yeah.
I thought Brock was going to do it anyways.
See, because of how the first round went in the Shane Carwin fight, I knew Velasquez was going to beat him because Velasquez has a higher pace than Carwin, and he was going to be able to keep that pace up for more than one round, right?
And
Right,
Velasquez,
because there's a big difference in strength and the power. I didn't think Velasquez was going to have the power to put Brock on his back the way that Carwin did.
Yeah, but Velasquez is a fucking really good wrestler.
He-
Like he's
shit.
probably one of the best guys at heavyweight
and
ever.
he was a much
wrestling-wise.
better punch. He had way heavier hands punching than Brock Lesnar. He was. He was just-
Velasquez,
maybe.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
Don't even
he-
give me that fucking
he-
conversation
yes.
about old pillow hands.
Velasquez is not
Yeah.
a heavy puncher though, right? Like
Right,
he has a
fucking
couple of
pillow
knockouts,
hands.
but he fucking puts a pace on guys. Like you
Velasquez
can say what
didn't
you
get
want. That guy
knockouts
was
till
fucking doing
after
EPO his
that.
whole career.
Like Velasquez was setting records for punching people 500 fucking times
Yeah.
and not leaving a bruise before that. He didn't get weight in his hands till later.
he had enough to beat the fuck out of Brock Lesnar. That's all.
Was it
that's all.
Rothwell that he fought? And like he just punched him in the face for 15 fucking minutes, and there wasn't a mark on his fucking face.
might have been Rothwell, yeah. Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, Velasquez was fantastic.
Yeah, he's great.
Don't give me this. Velasquez had the hardest punch ever recorded in the UFC until Nagano. Fuck.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
Who said that?
the schmo. But look, it was on that. That fucking machine that they have set in bars. See who can punch the hardest.
Yeah.
Pay $1, punch it twice. See who hits harder between you and your buddies.
Yeah.
They're fucking shit.
Yeah, they're terrible. It's not a good indicator of punching power.
I lost to a fucking 11-year-old on one of those.
Well, that shows how hard you can punch, I guess. You shouldn't be losing to an 11-year-old.
My aim was a little off. And they don't record the impact on the bag. They record the impact of the bag coming
That
up.
it hits the top thing. Yeah.
Right. Now, I'm all fucking pinned up coming to the arcade with the kids. I wasn't driving. But when I hit it, instead of hitting it this way, I kind of hit it sideways.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah. And this kid fucking hammer fists it. Now, I hit, I don't know, maybe 200 and something, and he hit like 240.
So you guys barely made the bag go up.
Right. So I did it again with another kid, and then I'm hitting 900 and he's still hitting 240.
Yeah.
But I lost to an 11-year-old on it one time.
Yeah.
You know, just if you don't hit it straight on, those things. You ever see those? You know, you take the hammer, you hit a plate, and ding.
Yeah.
Fucking give me. I don't want the big hammer ever. I will take that small, medium-sized hammer. And I'm
Wait, the
just gonna
kid's
swing
hammer.
really
Oh
quick.
yeah. All fucking
Look,
day.
I'm used to working with a smaller hammer. I don't know how to use the big tools. So you swing it really quick, and you make sure you hit dead center of the platform,
Oh yeah.
and you max that shit out every time without swinging hard.
Yeah.
Right? They give you the big hammer. Oh, you're a big guy. Take the big hammer. No, the surface area is too much, and they have them concaved so
Wait,
that
it's not-
the pressure doesn't hit in the
Wait,
center.
Also, the big hammers are padded, right? So you don't get all the power out of it. That's the
Right.
big
They
thing.
also have it as a concave fucking surface.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even if you hit it perfect, it's hitting the outside of the plate, and
Yeah.
you're not getting the pressure.
Yeah. But you know those punching machines? I fucking broke my hand on one of those. I was with a bunch of friends and like what was the bar downtown? There was a bar that had one. It was like a pool hall type thing.
In
It was in
Ottawa?
Ottawa. In Ottawa, yeah. I'm trying to remember what it was called. But anyways, they had one of those punching machines in the back. And
Barrymore's used to have one.
wasn't Barrymore. It was a pool hall because we're playing pool there.
We all got the entire town of Pembroke got barred from Barrymore's because of that.
Nice.
That's the story
Because
I'm
of
telling.
because of what?
Yeah, well, we're animals. But
Great.
go ahead. You broke your hand.
Oh yeah. So, anyways, we were all punching this machine, and I was wasted, and I decided instead of doing like the baseball punch that everybody does that makes it go all high, I was like, I'm just gonna give it a straight punch, and I was wasted, so I punched through the bag and I hit the plastic, the plastic at the back was like a part that kind of went out, and it hit me right on the edge of the middle knuckle, and it fucking hurt. And I was like, oh, this fucking really hurts. And then on the car ride home, I'm like holding a steering wheel, and actually no,
You weren't even
somebody
drunk.
else. Well, it was later, way late. Anyways, I saw my hand, and it was really, really big bubble, like over the whole thing. And then when I woke up the next morning, my entire hand was swollen up by like 1.5 inches, and yeah, I got X-rays, and yeah, I broke the bone right here. Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Well, the time that I lost to the 11-year-old and I hit it sideways, there is no give to that bag sideways. I definitely sprained my wrist on that one. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you can also hurt if you hit above the bag where the little hard part is.
you
If you
punch
hit
the
that,
hard machine.
well, no, like there's the bag, but there's like a little bar thing above it. If you
Yeah,
hit
you
that,
go a little
can
bit
hurt.
above that, and you punch a machine.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Shit. I don't know if I can even tell this and have it believable. If I tell this part,
We believe you, beer man.
if I heard this story from somebody, I would call them a fucking liar. Hang on. Honey, can I borrow you for a second?
You bring an alibi.
She's a witness.
So she might be
Oh, wait.
watching. So
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. 1 second.
I don't want to say anything that would, push her towards an answer. Hi, honey. What is the hardest you have ever seen anybody get punched?
You punching that guy and his head went over in the bank parking lot.
In the parking lot?
His feet went over his head, and it was insane.
So when you say his feet went over his head, like I hit him face to face and
Yeah.
his feet went over his head, like he did a backflip and
Yeah.
landed on his stomach.
It was fucking insane.
Okay. So I didn't want to like fucking, because if I told you a story, Mateus, that I punched somebody in the face so fucking hard that they did a backflip and landed on their stomach, would you have believed me?
It's a true story.
If they did a backflip,
I hit him in the fucking mouth and he did a backflip, landed on his stomach.
Was he in the air when you punched him?
No, he was standing in front of me. We were having a confrontation. I fucking drilled the motherfucker.
Was it a really little dude? Like a really
170, 180.
What was the backstory? What was the problem?
No, we'll go through the story thing here, but there's just no way that I can tell this story and have anybody believe it.
It's a true story.
If somebody told me they punched some dude so hard he did a backflip,
he did.
I'm like, you're full of fucking shit. They don't even show that in the movies because nobody will fucking believe it. And Hollywood doesn't give a fuck.
So how'd you hit him? Was it just a straight punch? Was it an uppercut?
Okay, so here's the thing. I was hanging out with the beer wife, and we were at. So I was like 20, she was 18. We were at her mom's house.
It wasn't her that you hit, was it?
Mind your business.
That's good. Sorry, just go to the story.
Okay, so we're hanging out at her mom's house, and a phone call comes. You don't take my smokes.
Sorry.
Jeez, rude. So we're hanging out at her house, and are you going to sit down? Okay. So we're hanging out at her house, and a phone call comes in, and it's one of her friends. She's like, "Hey, I'm at the hospital. I just got beat up." We're like, "Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, we'll come pick you up." So we go pick her up from the hospital. Now she's pregnant. She got beat up by her boyfriend with a hockey stick.
That's not cool.
God damn.
Right? It's fucked up. I'm like, I would like to have a conversation with this individual. So we're like, "Well, what are you going to do tonight?" She's like, "I don't know. Just bring me home." Like, does he have a key to your home? Yeah, but I think he's gone. So we drive her back to her place so she can get some stuff. She's like, "You know what? Maybe I'll just stay with you tonight, Jess." So we go to her place so she can get her stuff. I went into the house first, checked all the bedrooms, everything to make sure this fucking creepy dude's not hanging out. She gathered her stuff. We got back in the car and we went to leave. As we were leaving, there's a dude walking down the road. And the chick's like, "That's him. I know that fucking stupid walk. That is fucking him." And he cuts off the street into a parking lot. They're like, "Hey, honey, you know, I'll pull into that parking lot for a minute. I want to go have a conversation with this guy. Like, I'd like to talk to him." So she pulls in, and like she's parked like, I don't know, 20 feet away or whatever. I get out of the car, go over to talk to her. Like, "Hey, man, need a minute." So he turns around to talk to me. Now, before I got out of the car, Chicky Poo's like, "Just be careful. He's got a fucking knife on him. He will fucking stab you." I'm like, "All right, noted." So I get, we're like 2-3 feet away from each other, face to face. And I explain what my displeasure is. And he wants to explain that it's not my fault. I'm fucking crazy. Right? It's not my fault. It's her fault. She knows I'm crazy. Not my fault.
Yeah, that's a face punch moment. I get you. I feel you.
All right. Well, here's the thing. I'm also a little crazy. And what you did really made me upset. So now what I'm about to do to you isn't my fault. Right? We're on the same page? I'm allowed to hit you now, right? I'm going to punch you in the fucking face right here, right now.
We're in the
I just want you to know that it's not my fault because I'm also crazy.
Yeah,
now,
this is the consequence-free zone.
The guy's wearing a hoodie. So I haven't attacked. I really want to know where this fucking knife is. If that blade's out and in one of his hands, I really don't want anything being put inside of me.
Yeah.
So I'm having this conversation with him. I'm explaining that he's about to get his fucking shit kicked because I want his hands to come out of that hoodie. I don't care which hand has the knife. I want to know which hand has the knife. It could be either side. I just want to know. His left arm comes out of his hoodie to put his hand up as in like, "I don't want to fight you." Well, you know what? That's good enough for me. I know it's not in your left hand. Not worried about that. So I grabbed onto his right sleeve and I pulled him in and right through.
I've never seen someone do.
He did a backflip and he was laid the fuck out. He didn't move.
That's amazing.
I turned around. I walked back to the car. I got in the car and said, we should probably go. And she's like, is he dead?
I thought you broke.
I was going to say, you could have killed him.
Landed on his neck.
She thought his neck was, I think he broke his neck. I think he's dead. Like, fuck. Now I'm worried, right?
Yeah.
Hang on. Just pull over there right there. Like, get to the exit of the parking lot, but don't leave yet. I want to, you know, 6-7 minutes later, he starts trying to get up. All right, his neck's not broken. He's not dead. He's able to get up. We can go out of here. Not even 20 minutes after we get back to the house, though,
Oh yeah.
I get a phone call from that dude that calls there looking for his girlfriend and then asks to talk to me. I'm like, okay, give me the phone. So I take the phone. I'm like, yo, what's up? Look, why are you hanging out with my girlfriend? I was like, pretty sure it's your ex-girlfriend. You beat her with a fucking hockey stick. Like, she's pregnant, you fucking retard. He's all upset with me. You know what he tells me? Meet me here right now. I want to fight because you hit like a pussy.
Oh.
I'm like, you literally did a fucking backflip. This story is so cool that I can't even tell it because nobody's going to fucking believe it.
Hey, I'd have been scared after that. If he,
What was that weight called?
that would have scared me because this motherfucker, something's not right about him.
Right? If I told somebody the story
Well,
that
he just got knocked out, he's all fucked
they're not
up,
going to
right?
believe me.
No, that
But
was-
you tell it out of nowhere without prompting.
Yeah.
Now there's maybe at least some of the people will
No,
believe that
it-
this actually happened.
He is
Yeah.
crazy. If he got fucking hit like that and he's calling you up saying he wants some more.
Well,
I mean,
the
Have you
thing
ever
is,
been hit that hard in your life?
if he
No.
if he got knocked out clean, when he woke up, he's fucking all delirious. He doesn't know what the
He
fuck's
has
going on.
no idea,
Right.
in fact, what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't even know that he was unconscious.
He had sense enough to make a phone call though. The right
Yeah.
number.
Well, that's 20 minutes later. So in 20
Hell,
minutes,
it sounds like he should have been
back.
out.
But
He knocked
Anybody
out
that's
for
ever
20
been
minutes.
knocked clean out, you get a memory gap.
Yeah,
Right,
You
like-
lose like
Yeah.
3 seconds before it happened. A piece of your time is
Right.
gone now.
Yes.
So before it happened, the whole time you're out, and you're
Yeah.
probably going to be pretty fuzzy on what happened as you were getting up. You might have a few more minutes. Like there's been guys in the UFC that were sitting in the back room talking to the doctors that thought the fight was tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, that has happened. But, you know, that's just happened. It was not a sucker punch. I told him I'm going to punch him before I did it. In no way is that a sucker punch.
No, it's not.
I
But
have
it's-
sucker punched one person in my entire life, and I don't think that even really counts as a sucker punch. Look, I'm all
Okay,
for
well,
fair
it's
fight
pretty.
rules.
When there's a sucker punch, you know it's a sucker punch. Sometimes it's warranted, but you know what it is, right?
So fair fight rules. If two men are fighting straight up, I mean, don't go over the throat, don't go over the nuts. You're just fighting. Whatever, right? You pull out a weapon. They can do whatever the fuck they want. You just broke the rules. Fair?
Yeah, I think once you get a weapon involved, it's like you signed your own
Third
ticket.
man
Right?
in. I mean, they have a penalty for that in hockey because that's a no-no, right? So if there's a third man in, there's no fourth man in penalty in hockey. There's a third man in. So if a third man tries to get in and punch my brother without him knowing, like,
Oh,
I think I'm plenty justified to let that motherfucker have one.
yes.
Yeah,
You definitely.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's justified. Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
a sucker punch? Kinda.
No, not really.
No,
I mean,
he's in the fight now, right? So it
Yeah, but
kind of
I
is-
wasn't.
It's yeah.
When
okay.
he got into the fight, I wasn't. So
Yeah.
look, we're
Yeah, but you-
arguing in a gray area here.
Yeah. No,
I
it's
didn't
justified.
feel guilty
Yeah.
about doing it.
Yeah.
But that's the closest I've ever come to a sucker punch. But
That's
man,
not-
did I ever hit that motherfucker. Dude. Okay, let me finish the first one. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. The first one's over. The guy wanted to fight. I thought he was fucking crazy. Like, and I literally had a softball sticking off the top of my hand. My hand was fucking destroyed.
So where did you hit him?
Also,
Did you chin
any
him?
woman
Or
ever
you just hit
tells
him?
you they don't get turned on by a guy that can fight or drink, like they're lying. How goddamn manly I was after that one. Okay, so on to the sucker punch. There's a whole big fucking build-up story to it. We'll skip through all of that. Either way, my older brother, ends up into a scuffle with a dude, right? But he's not a fighter. So the other guy's trying to fight him, but he just like grabs him and he just shakes him around real violently, you know? Like he's trying to give the dude shaken baby syndrome. But this is like a 240-pound dude that's just getting ragdolled, right? And I'm just watching this like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, why don't you just throw him over the railing or hit him or something? Like, you're just going to shake him for 20 minutes? What the fuck? One of his buddies decides he's in. Now my brother's got his back up against his like guardrails in a parking lot, and he's dragged on this dude. Now he sees the guy coming in to hit him, and he's trying to like brace up for this. But I see the guy coming in, so I got like a 5-step run at him, overhand, boom. I have never taken a 5-step run at anybody in my life. I planted this motherfucker as hard as I could.
That's like hitting the punching bag machine, eh?
Right, but you don't worry about hitting it from the side on this one. This guy's getting it. So I didn't hit where I wanted to, and I hit him up here. Now, I guarantee this was crushed because it immediately fucking was swollen out, like immediately, as was my hand, which fucking got destroyed, broke 3 knuckles, and the boxer fractures, all of them. Like, I had like 8 different fucking breaks. It was fucked. But the guy takes like fucking 12 steps back, puts his hands in the air and says, nope, 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 I'm good. I'm out. I'm out. I'm pretty sure he couldn't see shit. Like, I just crushed his fucking face. But I couldn't fight either. My hand was fucking jello. But my brother just held the guy here thinking, I've never seen anybody get hit like that and stay on their feet. Holy fuck. This is going to be a Donnybrook. I can't wait to see what happens here. And neither of us are willing to fight anymore after this. And the cops come flying into the parking lot, and this dude starts trying to fight again, so Adam starts ragdolling him. Now, the cops fucking come running over. Now, I don't know what the laws are where you're from, but they didn't announce themselves, nothing. They just came out with the fucking asps, like the extendables,
Yeah.
and started fucking swinging. Now, when you're
out of time.
So when you're swinging those asps, the police are not allowed to hit you above the waist with those fucking things. You know, not unless there's like immediate danger to them or other people.
Yeah, but it depends where you are. They're gonna fucking hit you wherever they can get you.
They don't give a fuck. They're fucking pigs.
Well, that's how the laws work. They are not supposed to be swinging them at anybody's head without being in danger themselves, kind of thing. Or look, nobody had even thrown a punch in these two. They were there and saw me punch that fucking dude, but we were standing 20 feet apart at this point, so they didn't look at either of us. They just tried to get over here. So there's not even a fight. He's just shaking the guy, right? And he starts swinging this fucking asp at him. Have you ever been hit with one of these extendables?
No, but I don't want to.
No, I've seen people get hit, but I've never been hit myself. They crack,
I had a little
though.
girl who's like 110 pounds snap one of these out at a house party once.
Yeah.
And I started laughing. Like, I've been taking some serious tie kicks from dudes that know how to kick. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I could take one in the thigh.
No.
Like, yeah, let me try one.
Nah.
Here I am. I know that a fucking full shin to the thigh feels like a fucking baseball bat. And a baseball bat's got to be worse than that little fucking stick. I was wrong. She hit me with that. I couldn't walk for 2 days. It was fucking terrible.
There's a special hardness to them. I can't explain it.
It's all about the whip because the weight's in the ball at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, I didn't know a lot of this stuff. I just knew a little bit about some stuff, and I knew how bad that thing sucked. So when the cops just starts fucking swinging, smashing at my brother, right? I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on? So my brother is ragdolling this dude, sees this fucking extendable coming, and he just starts.
He starts blocking it with the
His
guy.
body shield.
And I swear to God, he's got a 240-pound man in his hands in the air, and he's just back and forth, and he's giggling about it because he knows how bad this dude's getting fucked up by it, and it's not even him hurting him.
He's lucky he didn't hit his hands though.
He did. His forearm and arm were all welted to shit afterwards.
That sucks.
Right? But this cop is going full stroke and then backswing and back and forth and back and forth. I bet you there was at least like 5 both sides, you know, so 10 total strikes that he was just smashing this other dude in with. And then the cop comes this way, whack, and instead of coming back, he circles around and comes down on a 45 thing like with that whip, whack. And Adam was block here, smack in the side of the fucking head.
Oh, he skulled him. Fuck.
Walk. So it was coming from like up here, like right about where my hairline ends, and came right down the back of his ear. When I saw that one, Adam dropped the guy. He was like, "Oh fuck!" I wasn't worried about me getting hit by this dude, but I just like ran in between and like fucking double leg, fucking tackled my brother, pinned him to the ground face first. I was like, Adam, do not fucking move right now. Should I put my hands behind my back? That is probably a really good idea. I don't want to know where the rest of this is going. Just let them arrest you and we'll fucking deal with it from there. Right? So the story continues and my other buddy gets maced by the cops and that was really funny too. But I ended up going down to the police station trying to get my brother out of jail. Right? We both got to work in the morning. My hand's fucked from that fucking punch I threw. I had to take the fucking roofing gun to my hand to shingle the next day, which sucked. But I go into the police station to get my brother out. I'm like, look, is there not laws about how you're supposed to fucking use this thing? Like, where's the training? Are you allowed to just smash somebody in the fucking head when there's no fucking threat? Like, what the fuck is going on? No charges pressed. Everybody just released.
Yeah.
What you should have done was fucking come up behind that cop and fucked him up in the back of the head.
No.
Except for his partner that's got a gun.
You don't. Yeah, you don't do that.
Fuck the police.
That's the bad time. Yeah, I almost got arrested once because of something similar. By accident, though.
Just even if the cop is doing wrong,
you can't touch a cop.
In no way is it a good idea to attack a cop from behind while his partner is standing behind you. That will end badly for you every time, I'm quite sure.
Yeah, 100% of the time.
If he's got somebody backing him up, yeah.
And so the cop's being a dick, but I mean that just gives you a get out of jail free, right? Yeah, he got fucking hit in the head, but he was fine. He got hit in the head.
Yeah,
it's like the one part he's in the army. It's the one part of his body he doesn't use. Well, it actually worked out really well because had there been charges laid, and the rules for assault in Canada are fucked.
Yeah.
So
bullshit.
Had he been charged for assaulting a guy by shaking him aggressively when the guy was trying to punch him, that could fuck up his career. So it worked out pretty good. He took one in the head. He was fine. It's all right. But I have no idea how the fuck he was fine. Obviously, the ball didn't hit him. It was the fucking shaft of the extendable. But fuck.
You must have hit him in a good spot, maybe, right? But like, if you got it in the face, you could have really fucked him up.
Well, I mean, that's the thing with the extendables. You got your handle, then you've got all the sections of shaft, and then you got that fucking weighted ball at the end that does all the damage.
Yeah.
So I guess he got
the shaft along the head. Yeah.
And but it was pretty fucking funny. I'll never forget the look on his face. He was giggling, blocking these fucking baton shots, and then he went left, right, and the cop went fucking right, and smuck. Matthias, have you met my older brother?
Adam?
Yeah. You met him at practice a couple times?
Yeah, I think a couple times in Pembroke, yeah.
Adam is he's a big dude.
Yeah.
I'm the runt of the family at 6 foot 240.
How big is Adam?
He's under 6'3", but not by much. He's over 6'2.5", so somewhere in there.
Yeah, about the same height as me.
If you're standing on you that's laying down. So 6'2.5", 6'3", 6'3", somewhere in there, but he's 270, 280. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
And he's in the army, so he's not just like a big fat fuck. He'll still go do those 20K fucking jogs,
Yeah.
He's a big dude. Bigger than me. But he fucking ragdolled that dude. Man. You know what's funny? Have you ever heard stories about like these mothers that pick up a car?
Yeah. Adrenaline, right?
Do you believe any of that?
Yeah.
It depends what kind of car.
Yeah, I do.
Very, very dependent on the type of car. Is it a smart car? Okay, I believe it.
I picked one of those up because I was drunk and it pissed me off.
Yeah.
Me and two of my buddies picked up a smart car and we carried it over and wedged it in between a phone booth and a telephone pole.
Yeah.
Because we were drunk leaving the bar and I just hated the car.
Yeah, I would say even if it's like a Hyundai Accent or something like that size, yeah, I could see it. Right? Because the front end of those cars, when you're lifting it, what is that, like maybe 400 pounds, 500 pounds, maybe?
I would have to look at the specs and shit, but I mean,
Yeah, but you're not lifting up the whole car. You're just lifting up part of it, right? It's not. Well, especially the rear end. The rear end, I feel like, yeah, you could, like, front end would be harder, but yeah, rear end, I believe it.
yeah, well, I mean, with enough adrenaline, your body works on electrical impulses, your muscles respond to those, and that's how strong you are. People that electrocute themselves and get thrown 20 feet, they're not getting thrown 20 feet, they're jumping 20 feet because that electrical impulse is so hard, it overloads their muscles, and their muscles are now capable of doing something that they're not capable of doing. Right? So heightened adrenaline fucking overloads that system. All of a sudden, you can do something that you can't fucking do. Okay. Our family is pretty good at doing some weird shit like that. I'm not a small dude. At 240 pounds, I'm sitting there watching the fights with Adam, and he had a glass coffee table, right? I got pretty drunked up, and when I stood up to get off the couch to go to the bathroom or get a beer or whatever I was getting up for, I was going face first, and I was coming down through that table. He didn't even get out of the couch. He just had his beer in his left hand. He reached forward from a crouch sitting position, caught me by the chest in front of the coffee table, and threw me back onto the couch.
So he dad caught you, and he did like the dad move.
Yeah, this is fucking physically impossible to do. And I didn't land back here. I was sitting on the couch with my feet on the couch at this point. It's like, what in the fuck? Now, we fucked around with this. There's no way you can hold me like that. And we tried, like, it's not close. It's not fucking close. He is lacking 90% of the strength required to even hold me when we're fucking around.
Yeah.
But the motherfucker threw me in front of people. Like, it's just weird. Now, you know how big Ian Carnegie is.
Yeah, he's
real
big.
fucking big.
He's a big boy.
It's a big dude. So I got into a little bit of a episode one night with some of my family members. TJ's older brother was there, Duckfoot, a couple of dudes, but they were all at my house for practice, and practice is running 2 hours longer than I said it should. And I told everybody to get the fuck out, and they didn't want to go, and they're pissing me off. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fucking bed. You guys stay the fuck outside, whatever. So all of a sudden, there's people coming into my house and being loud. My kids are sleeping. I'm getting pissed off. I come out to the living room. I'm like, look, I told you motherfuckers to get out of here, the fuck out of my house. And the one guy said something, he wanted to fight. All right. So I grabbed him by the face. I picked him up. I walked across the living room and I tossed him down. So it was a split level bungalow. So it was like a half set of stairs. Tossed him down to the landing. The fuck out of my house. So, okay, he doesn't want any problems right now. He realized I'm being serious. So he leaves the house, but he goes and cries to my cousin and my brother who are out there. And I can hear them talking. They're like, yeah, fucking Evan being tough, eh? He's lucky he just stays inside. I'll fuck him up right now. I'm like, you know what?
Shit.
You caught me in the right mood. I'm willing to indulge your idea. I'm coming out to find out if you fucking mean it. I took my shirt off like this. I was just pissed. That's it.
Pre-cut it a little bit, eh? Just
nope. I just grabbed it and pulled it right off the front. Fuck it. I'm going.
You hulked up.
Now, Ian Carnegie was standing on the landing because he's like trying to figure out what the fuck just happened here. I got to calm Evan down. Now, my wife at the time, she was pregnant, right? And like really pregnant. Big old belly. She's standing on the landing. Carney comes up the stairs as I'm coming down because I'm coming outside. We're going to find out if you guys are serious right now because I'm coming out to find out. He comes up the stairs to stop me now. You got a big dude that side's coming up the stairs. I'm coming down the stairs. He's got the leverage. He should be able to stop me pretty easily. And I, with one hand, just get out of my way. Nah, we'll get Ian on here to fucking ask him his fucking.
So did he slip and fall down the stairs? Is that kind of what happened there?
I flung him into the air. Yeah, get out of my fucking way. Nice 320, 330. He's a big dude. When I flung him into the air, I realized that he's going to land on my like 7 months pregnant wife. I just killed my wife and child.
At least you didn't beat her with a hockey stick.
So I panicked. I fucking panicked. So I grabbed onto the railing with this hand. I reached out and caught Carnegie by the fucking sweater out of midair, and I caught him and set him down on the stairs underneath me, and then I just kind of set myself on his shoulder. And from there, he just picked me up, and he walked up the stairs, and he set me down in the living room. He's like, dude, do you know what just happened? Like, yeah, I know what just happened. Like, no, it's fucking impossible. You know what you just did. Like, yeah, I'm fucking mad. I know what I just did. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fucking fine. Thanks for not letting me go out there. I'm going to bed. And he turned around and he just went and slept on my couch, and he wasn't able to figure out what the fuck happened. And he tries to talk to me in the morning, like, yeah, dude, I remember what happened. It's just a fucked up thing. Adrenaline is way better than any fucking steroid. If somebody could figure out how to fucking harness that shit properly.
Well, you can, right?
So
there's all kinds of ways to administer adrenaline. It's not good for fighting.
It's not really.
Not if you have to fight for longer to admit it.
Yeah, you got maybe 30 seconds.
If you've got the strength to catch a 330-pound man with one hand out of midair and bring him back underneath you, who the fuck's lasting 30 seconds with you?
Wow. All the guys just back up a little bit for 30 seconds while you gas yourself out. Fucking gorilla.
There's no
moving,
gassing yourself out. You realize I can run that 100-yard dash in like 3 seconds at that point, man. You're not outrunning me.
No, but listen. It's not. You can't boil it down to adrenaline. It's really
a big part of it.
Well, but it's
essentially the biggest part is when you're doing like feats of strength, right? You have all kinds of nerves and all kinds of ligaments and shit, and all kinds of things that stop you from exerting 100% of your strength. Otherwise, shit's just going to start ripping, right? When adrenaline floods your brain, a lot of those safety mechanisms, they just shut off. That's why you're able to do like ridiculously strong things.
Well,
yeah,
but
you're
listen,
not hurting yourself.
But listen,
you can.
It's not just adrenaline. It's about your will and your intent.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah.
No, that's all. That's nearly all of it. Because if you think about it, like a 40-year-old woman, no matter how much adrenaline she has, she can't roll a fucking 3,000-pound car off of over to get her kid out. I mean, you can't just say it's adrenaline. It's about manifesting your reality. It's about will and intent.
Oh, we're going down this road. Okay.
No, it really is. It really. I mean, like you think about it, like Beer Man, like what you said about Carnegie. You like.
Okay, so anger flipped him out of my way, but then my fear of judgment, the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ gave me the power to hold him, catch him, bring him back down.
So what you're just honestly, Evan, you're Neo, bro. You're Neo.
No, man, I think humans are far more capable than we actually are.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Especially
nowadays,
crazy
everybody's
conspiracy
dumb now.
theories. Man, you know what? I fully believe that what's that? ESPN, that's a real thing.
ESPN?
You talk to people when you're sleeping.
Oh, I think about like the sports network. Yeah, it's like that's a real thing. ESP, that's ESP. Yeah, there's no N.
I know, but there was like some weird movie, Mean Girls or some bullshit, fucking where somebody's like, I think I got ESPN or something. Because when I go outside, I can tell if it's raining.
So why are you watching Mean Girls?
I don't know. I watched it when I was like fucking 17 with the girlfriend, and instead of saying ESP, I call it ESPN now.
Okay, yeah, I get you.
Yeah, forever. But yeah, shit like that's crazy, and it happens way too many times. And like I've got way too many personal instances with like crazy shit happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've levitated one time.
I made a guy levitate one time.
Yeah.
As he did his backflip, he like hovered there for just a second.
I have really.
So we're going. Okay, let's go deep. Let's go balls deep.
Are you going to tell us about levitating?
Okay,
yeah, you can't just stop. You can't just say I fucking levitated and then just shut up.
So levitating may not be the right term for it, but I was doing some training, and I was I was switching between horse stance and bow stance in bow stance with switching leg, which leg was forward, and also going just a regular bow stance, horse stance. But I was standing there doing my training, and I realized that I was not. I was expending absolutely no effort in standing. Like I was still, my feet were still touching the ground, but there was no effort whatsoever. It was like I was completely weightless. Like there was no weight on my legs. It was like I could have stood there for 50 years. I was taking no, it's like I'm standing there, but I'm not really standing there. Like there's no effort being expended whatsoever.
Maybe you were just so relaxed. You were farting the whole time and there was so much gas coming out that it was kind of like balancing.
So it's like one of those jet packs that you're like pumping all the water out and you just float around above the lake?
Yeah.
But that really did happen, seriously. No,
but that's not levitating. You just felt light.
No, I didn't just feel light. I felt like I was really, even though I knew my feet were touching the ground, it felt like I was hovering above the ground. Like it felt like there was no.
Was there any type of psychedelics involved?
No.
I was gonna say you do mushrooms.
No.
He was high on PCP. Now, I've got a story about levitating once. I pissed off. Actually, he's an arm wrestler. You guys might know him. Devin Larrett. I pissed him off
I know that guy.
bad one day, like real bad, where he decided I have now forfeited my ability to live, and he grabbed me by the throat and he picked me up.
So I've heard this story from multiple people. Devin still denies it for some reason. That's weird.
There's pictures. Also, I had another levitating incident with another arm wrestler that I didn't piss off, but I guess he thought I was being rude and needed to correct me. I was getting a picture taken with Mike Gould and Richard Lubkiss. I'm standing between these two fucking juggernauts. And, my sister-in-law takes a picture. And then I try to excuse myself. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the picture. I'll let you guys get back to whatever you're doing, And I go to leave, and he grabs me by the back of the neck, and he just picks me up. And he says, my wife wants a picture too. Turn this way and smile. My toes were like touching. But
who picked you up? Lubkiss did?
Yeah. My toes are like, they're not off the floor, but I ain't making much contact. And he just picked me up by the back of the neck and turned me like I was a child. Said, smile for the camera. My wife wants a picture too. So is that levitating?
No. That's getting picked up by a big fucking ogre.
No, you say that to his fucking face, because I would have before he did that to me.
I'm not saying
but
that
now. So the ESPN thing. I was in a car accident where I was sleeping in the back seat of my van. We had the middle seats out so we could throw all the tools and shit like that. We didn't have any tools in there this day, which is really good for me because this would have ended even worse. Now, my buddy that was driving, I will never let him drive a vehicle without smoking weed first ever again. It's the only day I've ever seen him drive without smoking weed. And he fucked it all up. I've been in that vehicle with him high as shit doing 180 down the highway. He's fine. Nope. No weed, fucks it all up on a fucking back road. He drives right through a major intersection, and not just like a little stop sign. It's like the big fucking stop sign with all the white lines on the road leading up to it. And there's a big 4-way blinking red light in the middle. And he drove right through it doing fucking 80 and T-bones and Impala. I'm laying in the back seat sleeping. I didn't have a belt on, which is probably good because that probably would have cut me in half. So the van goes from 80 to not doing 80. I don't know if you're any good at physics. My body not being attached to nothing continued to do 80 until I hit the front seat.
Yeah.
And it broke my back in 3 spots.
Oh.
Which sucked.
Yeah, that's not good.
And I love that van. And it was broken after that. And that sucked too. But right before the accident happened, my other buddy that was riding in the passenger seat, I heard him yell, "Oh, fuck," which woke me up. So I'm like awake, looking at the back seat, and then the impact, I get fucking flung into the front seat. But I heard him say, "Oh fuck." They both swear he never said a word before the impact. Right before the impact, he saw it and he just put his legs up to brace himself, which is like the dumbest thing in the world, right?
Did he break his silly fucking legs?
Airbags didn't come off on either side, so he shot forward. He was wearing a seatbelt. He had a bruise across, but they were both fine. But we heard him say, "Oh fuck." Well, I heard him say that. From a dead sleep, I was woken up by him saying, "Oh fuck," and then we hit. Now, he tells me that I was
ESPN
thinking,
to me.
"Oh fuck." So my theory is, in a moment of like extreme tension or something, your brainwaves just literally got strong enough that I was able to hear them, I guess. So that ESP is possible in these like crazy heightened situations.
Well, I think your body does all kinds of weird shit under like extreme stress, right? And I feel like that extreme stress can kick in a fraction of a second, right? As soon as your body's like, "Oh, time to survive," like weird shit just fucking happens.
Well, it's what it is really is you're focusing and you're being aware of the actual moment.
Yeah.
That I mean that there is something to that because have you ever fallen? When I was in second grade, I fell off of a little gym type on the playground at school. I fell and broke my arm. Landed like on my back with my arm behind me and like broke the shit out of my arm. It was like snap this motherfucker in half, and it had like a U shape in it, like a gooseneck trailer. And when I fell, it was the slow motion thing. It was like it took 30 minutes for me to get to the ground, because I was completely focused and aware of the moment. And that you can do that. You can, through meditation and different things, you can achieve that state of awareness.
It's like flow state, right?
Can you though?
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
Well, I've heard people tell you that, you can get into the astral plane and, body projection and all this shit, but
yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, you can.
Have you?
Yeah.
You can get into the astral plane.
Yeah.
Now that's far more unbelievable than me making a guy do a backflip with tell you what.
I don't know. It's
Roy, you and I are gonna have to have a conversation about this.
You know what?
Yeah. Because I'll tell you what, if you can in fact get on the astral plane, you are definitely on a watch list for a different reason than I originally thought.
But here's the thing: I think with enough mushrooms, anybody can be on the astral plane, right?
No, it's not
I don't
that.
think mushrooms is going to get you there. Now, DMT might do the trick.
See, I'd like to try DMT one of these days.
Come over.
You just have DMT lying around?
Yeah.
All right, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Hey, just let me know.
You don't have it at your house, Matthias?
Not these days, You
don't have DMT sitting in your drawer in front of you?
No. What do I have in my drawer?
Really? What are you, fucking ridiculous?
I got like a little wrist flex thing. I got one of these in my drawer. What's that?
DMT.
In a vape pen?
Yeah.
So you can just take it in a vape pen?
Yeah. It's empty. This one's empty. But,
okay.
I mean, I've done it before. While we're sitting here talking. And then I giggle for 15 minutes. Everybody's like, "What the fuck's going on with that?" And he's like, "I don't know. He's gone." But yeah.
Yeah, I thought it fucking puts you right out in like another dimension.
Oh, no.
I watched too much Joe Rogan then, eh?
Look, we can have a real conversation about this when we're not on the air.
Yeah.
And just for legal purposes, that's not actually a DMT pen.
Yeah,
it's a weed pen. It's perfectly legal. That's why I giggle so much when I smoke it.
Yeah. But the whole astral plane thing, for me, that's a little far fetched. But the whole like slow, like shit going slow and shit. Like I've been in a car accident where that definitely happened.
I've had a lot of instances where shit just goes in slow motion. All right. So before we go any further with this, there was one chat in here that to read this comment. Big B, what's up, my boy?
Hey, buddy.
B.
So I got to read this from Jake Charles. Does everybody here know who Jake Charles is?
Jake Charles.
Yeah, that's Mrs. Charles's son.
Roy? I like you better when you're playing with your foot roller, and I don't like you when you're playing with your foot roller. Don't you ever talk no shit about Jake Charles. You tried to make a joke. Jake Charles is no joke.
That was no.
Zip it, Roy. There's nothing you can say to make this better. Matthias, tell me you know who Jake Charles is.
I'm not sure. Do I? Should I know?
Oh, Jesus. All right. So I've named my dog after this guy. That's how awesome Jake Charles is.
Okay.
My dog's name is literally Jake Charles.
Is that an insult to Jake Charles, or is that a compliment?
No, I
to
just
the
love
dog?
Jake Charles so much I named my dog after him. I also love my dog.
Jake is a cool dog too. So
Jake is a fantastic arm wrestler. I think he won nationals like fucking 300 times before even turning 18.
Oh, okay, right on. Is he a local guy or?
Peterborough, one of the Buckhorn Arms guys.
Peterborough. I thought he was with the Buckhorn Arms or whatever.
I just said that. Peterborough, Buckhorn Arms.
Oh, so okay. So Buckhorn is Peterborough. Okay.
Yeah. So
for some reason I thought that was where's that place? Near Minden. Is Minden near Peterborough too?
yeah, it's not that far. It's just kind of this weird triangle. Bob Cajun, Peterborough. Yeah. So
I just looked him up. So yeah, I don't think I know who that is. Yeah.
Jake Charles, definitely one of my favorite arm wrestlers. Rarely ever in a bad position. Like the dude knows how to fucking arm wrestle. He's got an elbow like a motherfucker. He'll turn that shit in and hang out all fucking day.
He's got a nasty hook. That's not where you want to go with him.
And a wicked hit. Like fantastic to watch. One of my very favorite arm wrestlers. Obviously, I name a fucking dog after him. Have you ever seen my painting where it's like me arm wrestling the devil? No?
I don't think so. No. Where is it?
He's seen it. But that painting was taken like so a lot of people have seen the whole Jesus arm wrestling the devil picture. So this lady took that picture, and then took a picture of me arm wrestling Jake Charles in a match, and then put me against the devil. It's like Jake Charles is the devil, except I love Jake, so it's weird. Either way,
he looks a little devilish.
I love this dude.
He looks a little devilish.
So if nobody knows who he was, you should, because you want to watch some fucking good arm wrestling, check that dude out. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So he chatted in here. Mike Gould picked me up off a chair once. I was sitting in the chair. He comes over and grabs my shirt with both arms, picked me up and says, "You got one of those faces I just want to punch, but with love."
At least
man.
Mike's honest.
Mike Gould's a terrifying motherfucker too.
He's pretty cool when he gets a couple whiskeys in him.
Oh, I love Mike. Seriously. Mike is definitely on my fucking top list of dudes that I like to just hang out and fucking knock a few back with. And believe it or not, I know you guys probably won't, because I don't stop talking most of the time. I shut the fuck up when Mike's talking. I just want to listen. You know?
Oh, he's got one of those nice voices.
His voice is like porn.
Yeah.
Well, so the beer wife and I do this thing where like when we're doing the late night fucking playtime thing where she calls me Mike Gould.
Yep. Yeah.
Which I know it might sound a little bit weird.
So do you call her Mike Gould's back?
But I also call her Mike Gould.
Yeah.
So it all works out, you know.
Yeah.
We both get to be Mike Gould.
Yeah. The Crusher.
Big B.
Yes, sir.
Have you been listening at all?
Yeah.
Have you caught any of the weird, fucked up things that we've been talking about tonight? We went off the rails a bit.
I haven't tuned in a little bit because I was at baseball, but
You didn't hear about everybody talking about shit in their pants? Actually, I think Big B's he's gotta jump in on that now, hey?
I do have a good story, good shit.
Was it when I shit my pants on your couch?
Oh yeah. That was uncomfortable.
It's a good allegedly.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even know I shit my pants until I sobered up enough to realize I shit my pants. So it's not my fault. Is that are you fucking kidding me? You smoke way too much weed, man.
I know it's okay. Don't worry. I got a replacement bag right here.
Like I was there yesterday and that fucking thing was full. What the fuck?
No, I'm gonna get empty. I got another one over here. You know, you gotta have.
Oh man, you're gonna be mad at me. I threw that joint out.
You threw it out.
Yeah, I took one puff of it and I shit my pants. Like I'm not even fucking lighting that again. Fuck this thing.
Is that
I'm
what
done with
caused
my
you?
weed, man. I'm done
Is that
with it.
Is that what caused you shit earlier? Is that
I didn't even
earlier?
smoke that today. I smoked that 3 days ago. One puff. I've shit myself like 6 times since.
Huh.
Yeah, but you've also had the flu.
I thought his joint gave me COVID. This fucking weed's too good. It's just giving people COVID.
That's the new weed. The new
I
weed.
tested tonight live on the air. It's not COVID. It's just residual of being too high from B's weed.
Yeah. Well, you asked for it. I mean, it's a personal problem now.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know it was that good. I mean, it smelled that good. I had this little. Holy fuck! Does that smell delicious? I wanted to eat it right there.
Yeah.
Now I know how bad of an idea that is.
Oh, you'll
But I
be
wanted
really
to. It
sick.
just smelled like it would taste amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be better off taking it as a suppository.
Does that
Ooh.
work?
Now
Yeah.
we're partying.
It
I
I don't
may.
think that's a good idea. I think it has bad idea written all over it.
Yeah, it works. Yeah. It
Oh
works.
man! After a fucking weekend in Philly, I'm gonna take a half pound and let's go.
No.
Oh yeah. Fucking
Man,
barbecue
Cobra's the
barbecue.
worst boss ever.
What's that?
Cobra is the worst boss ever.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with suppository?
You
Oh,
don't
think about
understand what he's got me doing on the corners in
Yeah.
Philly.
Yeah. He's like the unfresh prince of Philly. You know what I mean? What he's doing isn't good. It's not good.
He has that not so fresh feeling.
Yeah. Not so fresh prince. Yeah.
Guys, is there any way that we could take this conversation and make it not about making fun of me?
Yeah, let's talk about arm wrestling. Who's going to win? Give us your predictions for King of the Table 5, Beer Man. Who's going to win?
Oh, I've already done
Bowen.
that.
Well, okay, do it again.
I don't know what matches are on it.
Okay,
I'm
Colin.
not kidding. I know what matches. I don't want to
Isn't it
talk about
Khaled
it.
versus
Ask them.
everybody? Isn't that the whole card?
Yeah, basically.
Well, ask them. It's Ryan Bowen versus Khaled and Khaled against 7 other dudes, plus Michael Todd later if he wins. Go on. Let's do the super chat first, and then we can actually do that. I'm not going to pronounce his name because I said it wrong last time, and he corrected me. And I don't want to seem like an asshole that forgot,
Yeah.
but I definitely forgot.
Yeah.
If you'd like to correct me again, go ahead. But I'm not saying it.
You too.
So, super chat. Hey, Evan, I don't mean to get off subject. However, that you and that Austin Jaggers match intense. How do you feel when cats yell in your face?
Was that English?
Did I read that wrong?
No,
I
you
don't
read
know.
it.
It's
No,
no,
you
that
read
was-
it. No, you read it
Is he
right.
from Europe or something? That seemed pretty broken.
He's asking, how do you feel when people yell in your face?
Okay, his name is
Oh.
Yata. So
Yeah.
Yata wants to know how I feel about somebody yelling in my face. That's where we're going.
Yes.
Because Austin and I did get fairly intense. I made a big fucking fuck up in that match, though. I was doing great until I told him, fuck America. Man, that lit
Yeah.
a patriotic flame up under that dude's asshole, and he came back and gave me a whooping for it.
He's like, America.
Oh, man.
Fuck yeah.
He was like fucking chugging PBR and blasting shotguns into the air. America, freedom, Jesus. That's what he had to say about that. And he fucking smashed me. Fucking
Yeah.
those Southern boys, they got some patriotic pride going there.
He ain't
I
Southern.
Look, I
He from
thought I was
Kentucky
putting
or
on a
something?
show and running away with it. And I crossed that line and I gave him that fucking single
Yeah.
mother baby under the car adrenaline rush that he needed to fucking get the job done. Because he was a different guy after that. I'll tell you that right now. That happened.
You shouldn't have dissed America.
Yeah, you faggot.
Yeah, I should have kept going monotone on him instead. I fucked
Yeah.
up. Fucked up.
It was working better when we were talking about jumping him in the alley. Those methods were working better. The second you brought America into it, it was a whole different ballgame.
Well, yeah, but when you and the boys rolled down and I told them, like, no, I just pulled you out here. My boys are going to fucking jump the shit out of you. So my match gets easy.
Yeah.
He was looking around. I was like, fuck, that's actually happening.
Mm-hmm.
You can just see it in his face. He's like, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
It was just acceptance. He knew he was about to get fucked up.
Yeah.
And then everybody's shaking his hand. We're all nice to meet you and everything else. It was really funny.
Yeah.
But
Austin's a cool guy, though. I fuck with Austin.
yeah, he's awesome. As long as he's not pulling his fucking meat out on my lives. Fucking weirdo.
Whoa.
Is that what he does in his spare time?
Man, we had him on one of these shows, and the dude tried to fucking yank it out.
He tried to pull meat on
Yeah.
live.
On the live. His
Can't pull
boy
meat
had
on
to
live,
fucking like
buddy.
shove him off screen. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So
At least a pre-recorded show, we can like when he pulls meat, we can like edit an eggplant there or something. You know what I mean? Like
Avocado,
fucking
yeah.
Joe Biden's face or something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The best president of all time. Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious.
Allegedly.
I was like, dude, you can't fucking do that. But I can't stop myself from laughing. It's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like, don't fucking do that, man. What are you trying to do to me? So I forgot completely about it. I woke up in the morning all hungover like I always do, went about my day. And then like later that night, I get all these messages. People are like, yo, dude, you can't have that still up. What the fuck? What do you mean? Like, dude, Austin fucking pulled his cock out while you were talking with Tim Bresnan last night.
No way.
Serious? So I had to go back through the show and like fine tooth comb. Like what instant did he fucking pull meat? Right. And I found the segment and I had to like zoom in to see if anything illegal happened.
And he has this clip saved on his phone. He watches it all the time.
Yeah. One night in Austin.
No, that's fucking really weird, you guys. But I did need to fucking go through it and find out if, in fact, there was something illegal that I need to get the fuck off my channel. Because I don't know how to clip something out of a video that's on there and leave the video on there.
I think in the YouTube editor, you can blur stuff now.
Well, maybe you can. I'm fucking dumb as shit. I don't know how to do that.
Hey,
You're fucking building new fucking pay-per-view platforms. I don't barely know how to hit record.
Hey, Beer
I'm
Man.
trying to figure this out. And with all the slow motion replays we determined he didn't actually get anything out. And I'm pretty sure it's okay. But everybody was telling me it definitely came out, and that's a problem.
Maybe it was wishful thinking from everybody.
Speaking of which, there is an incident I was involved with where somebody definitely pulled me on a lie.
Oh, man. Yeah.
You guys have met TJ.
Oh, God.
He's
Well,
an
that's not the one I
Podcast.
thought you were talking about.
You guys remember whenever practices used to be at old fucking Rogi Nuts garage there?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm sitting in the garage. We had the banner up. I'm doing the podcast. I was on Jim Gutierrez. I think that's his name. He was trying to like push out a lot of stuff back in the day. And so this is before I even had my own channel, right?
Yeah.
So I'm doing this there and I'm like shooting it off my phone and we're talking and blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, TJ and my brother Brett show up, Duckfoot, and they're all fucking drunk shits. And then all of a sudden, TJ fucking drops trowel right in the middle of the garage. Now, I'm drunk and I didn't know how Zoom works. So I tried to like take a picture of TJ while still on Zoom and didn't know that turning the camera to take the picture meant it was live on YouTube now. I thought because I closed that browser, it was going to be off. I was just going to be a black screen on the Zoom now, right? Nope. I put his dick and balls right on live YouTube.
Luckily, his gut covered it.
Not that night. It was visible, but barely. We do have a picture of him drunk where it looks like fucking Peter Griffin. I have a picture of that guy standing there completely naked that will not break any censorship laws. There is no nudity. None.
Hey, check the chat. Did you see Carolyn Lim's chat about saying she wants to come on?
When, right now?
No, she said later. It's like 4 chats up.
Evan, I'd love to come on later and do a rant. Non-arm wrestling related though. I'm charging earbuds. My audio would probably be bead though.
Bad.
Hashtag at the gym.
It sounds annoying.
Well, fucking let me know if you want to come on. Message me. I'll fucking send you a link. Whatever. No big deal. I haven't talked to Carolyn in a long time. Like I haven't even heard her or seen her in the chat for like a month. Yeah, come on in. Let me know. So yeah, that chat, that live stream immediately got ended and taken down.
Oh yeah.
And the guy starts messaging me like, "What the fuck? Are you trying to ruin my channel?" Blah 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 blah. I'm like, dude, I swear to God, that's an accident. I'm an idiot. I did not know that that was going to happen. I was just trying to take a picture, so because it's funny. No,
not gonna lie, I'm surprised your YouTube channel still exists after going live so often.
There was no bad intent on Beer Man's part.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. It was
that word.
It was not mala in se, it was mala prohibita.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that means, but it sounds like the mens reis actus reis thing that we got in Canada.
Mens rea. Yeah. That's the same similar, yeah. Bad intent. Yeah.
Right. So there's doing the bad action and then having bad intent.
Well, it's like if you have an accident, you crash your car and you run over somebody by accident versus you ran over them on purpose to kill them. Right? You intended to kill them, or they fucked up, they were in the wrong place at the wrong time, you had an accident, right? I mean, it's two different
first
things.
degree and third degree. Yeah, shit happens.
It's two different things, yeah.
But the mens reis actus reis things is you need to be guilty of both to be committed of that crime.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you don't know it's a crime,
You too.
Yes.
but then again, ignorance is not an excuse. So you can't say, I didn't know I wasn't allowed to strangle that guy for stealing my Cheetos. You're like Drax the Destroyer, like, he had something I wanted, and I wanted it more than him. Can I not rip his spine out? No, you can't.
Yeah, you can
What
do
if
that.
I want it more?
You just gotta keep ripping spines until people stop saying you're in
If
trouble.
you rip enough spines out, you're not going to jail for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that just means you're the predator.
Yeah.
Or your last name needs to be Clinton, I guess. Then you do whatever you want.
I like doing the move
Jesus,
from Blue
that
Street
might
and
be
stuff.
the most illegal thing anybody has ever said on one of my lives.
I don't think so.
You mean like George Clinton?
No.
George
At
Clinton?
this point, I am literally afraid. Not that my YouTube's going to get kicked out, but someone's going to fucking show up.
No, he's talking about George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic.
Am I friends with Carolyn Looms on Facebook?
Carolyn's always
Carolyn.
looming in the chat there.
Message me on Facebook so I can send you the link.
So who's Carolyn?
Part of the usual suspects. She's a fan. She's been rowed watching all the lives of everybody the whole time. That she stops watching the lives of the people that she thinks are dipshits. And I thought she put me in with that dipshit pile and stopped watching because she hasn't been talking. Apparently she's been watching, just not talking. And I'm not in the dipshit pile.
You're the number one. You're the number one dipshit, there, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Like you're the best dipshit there is. Think about that. That's like being the smartest kid in the retard class, but still, it's good.
Stop saying that word. You're not allowed to use it. It is like literally one of the worst words you're allowed to use on YouTube, or not allowed to use on YouTube.
Are you serious?
Kid?
No, the R word.
The R word.
No, you can't say it.
Yeah, so
What about-
YouTube's bad. You can't
It's
say
not
fucking anything.
nice to say retarded.
Man, you can call somebody an idiot,
Yeah.
and you can talk about a wall being fire retarded.
I was gonna say fire retardant.
Yeah, you can do that.
You say fire retarded or fire retardant?
Well, I mean, that's up to the censors to figure out.
It's like, oh, stream's down now.
Here, man, nobody look. We're how many hours are we into this? Fucking a lot, right? We're over 3 hours in. No, but the fucking censors are asleep.
I
No,
don't know
I,
if that's a
I
real
think it
thing.
depends how many people are watching your stream too, right? Like if
Just
you have
the
like
algorithm.
10,000 people watching your stream, then they're kind of in full alert. Versus if you have less than that,
Well, I
they'll
mean,
let shit go down.
there are
You don't get
10,000.
10,000 people watching your shit, Matthias?
What's that?
You don't have 10,000 people that watch your shit?
No, but I'm saying if you watch the streams that have gotten taken down because they're saying shit, it's like they have tens of thousands of people usually watching them, right? That's when they cut the cord.
Woke.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're allowed to call somebody idiot, R word, not so much. Yeah, there's just certain words you're not allowed to say.
Can I call you a bloody vaginal belch?
I don't think any of those words are on the list.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but you've already said shit like COVID, right? You say COVID or anything like that, then
You're allowed to say that your kids have COVID.
well, I'll tell you this.
You're not allowed talking bad about it, though.
I'll tell you this. So my YouTube channel, I don't
No,
post on it
I don't want to
too
hear
much.
anything you have to say about that topic.
But I'm just saying.
No, I don't want to hear it though.
Hate it.
I am
Evan
like
doesn't
almost
cross-platform.
positive
It's only
whatever
beer
you're
money.
about to say is on the things.
Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna
Okay.
say it. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, it's probably
Yeah,
best
I mean-
not to. Probably best not to.
We've had plenty of
I'll
conversations
just start
that
guessing.
I know what you're
until
about to
we
say.
hit it.
Yeah.
So
So now there's nothing left to talk about. That's it. We're all out of shit now. Everything else is illegal beyond this point.
man, if Carolyn doesn't hurry up, like we're fucked. Jesus. B, the fuck are you wearing a Pittsburgh fucking shirt for?
It's my ball shirt.
It's Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought you were cool.
He's a Mean Joe Green fan.
I am. But listen, bro, I'm just gonna put this out there for everyone, okay? Once you hit a certain weight, once you get like over 300 pounds, you can't be so picky about your clothing selection. Okay? If it's on sale at the Big and Tall, I'm fucking buying it. If it fits, I'm gonna buy it. You know what I mean?
Big and tall. Yep.
Yeah.
Man,
Or you could be that guy that all the shirts turn into belly shirts. You could be that guy, you know?
It sucks.
here's the thing. B
That
is
was
on to
really
something
good.
that is very, very real. Although he is lying to your fucking face in his personal instance. That motherfucker, he is very selective on his clothing. Don't let that fucking fool you.
All right.
I myself, when I was over 300 pounds, definitely took up what he was saying there.
Yeah. If it fits, just wear it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm more of a sniff test guy now. I pick it up and
Yeah.
I'll wear that.
Yeah.
I just get all my clothes in the kids section at Walmart. I'm good.
That'll save you. That's savings.
Man. All right. You know what?
What size shoe do you wear, Matthias?
I'm getting fucked up
I
now.
think I'm like a 8.5, 9, something like that.
Yeah, but
Depends
like,
on the
You're
shoe.
not an 8.5, Matthias.
I got-
Jesus. Lie to the fucking podcast for fuck's sake.
I got little baby feet. So what do you
Yeah,
want
but
from me?
Matthias-
Say you're a 10. Say you're
Yeah, I'm a
If you
10. I'm a 13. What can I say, boys? It's
if you were to go to the like adult section for shoes, what size would it be?
yeah, it's something like between
So
8.
you got like that
8.5 and 9.
8.5, 9, but that's before you get into like
Damn.
Well,
adult
see,
sizes.
here's the thing. My feet are very like short, but they're very wide. So not a lot of shoes actually fit me. I'm very selective when it comes to shoes.
That sounds an
Yeah,
awful
both
lot
feet.
like my feet.
Yeah, I got hobbit
He's
feet.
got-
What do you want from me?
He's got
Me
Danny.
too.
He has Danny DeVito feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah, there you
Danny
go.
DeVito.
Yeah.
Carolyn, sort out your audio.
Oh, do we have another person in here? Oh,
She's on mute.
yeah, there she is.
I'll ask her to unmute. I'll send her that.
Okay.
There we
now
go.
Bear with me, Evan. It's my first time trying Zoom here.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Speak again.
got the accent.
I said, I'm sorry. It's my first time trying Zoom. So,
Where are you from, Carolyn?
actually from England originally.
Yeah.
So I'm just.
I
I'm
thought
just
you were
on
from the
travel.
Midwest.
No, England. The Midlands,
England's the
actually.
Midwest.
I've been here
You know
from. Yeah, the West Midlands in England.
You from the Black
And-
Country? The Black Country?
Yeah, the Black Country.
Yeah.
After the mining. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I've been in Maine, northern Maine, for the last 16 years. Bought a little old house here, and I've got one earbud. I'm kind of not set up here, and it'd be nice to
That
have
one
two,
butter's
right?
doing better than the other thing was. Whatever you're doing now is working. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sounds
you're
good.
American now.
Permanent resident.
he's a resident.
All right.
Permanent resident.
Before we go any further with Carolyn here, we got another super chat in here from Yata. Fuck, I might have fucked that up again. I can't remember shit.
You for sure
He
did.
wants to know if Matthias is Jewish.
Wow.
Now, I don't know
It's
what
just political.
Straight
his,
to it, eh? Straight to it.
religious
No, I'm not.
background
yes,
matters, but you know,
What do you
if
mean?
YouTube lets
do
you
you
pay
think he's
money
living
to
in
ask
Germany?
it, because trust me, I have tried to super chat in a lot of things, and I've even tried to increase the amount I sent on the super chat. They will not let you say certain things in a super chat.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. I've tried to send really nasty shit to you before, and it wouldn't let me go through.
Go ahead.
I've seen the screenshots.
I'm guessing with a name like Matthias, he's not Jewish.
No, German.
What are you, a little German, a little something else there, Matthias?
I think,
Yeah,
yeah, a
that's
little
what I
German,
thought.
a little Russian in there, you know, a little
Yeah,
sprinkle of this,
What a
little
way to answer
sprinkle of
that. Are you Jewish? Nope, German. Fuck.
Yeah. It's about as opposite as you can get, I guess, right?
Well, there's
You know,
there's
either that was the greatest troll ever, or somebody fucked up.
Oh man.
So, Carolyn, what's up? What's the scoop here? What are you doing?
The scoop is, I actually wanted to have a little rant because I see that you're not talking about arm wrestling all the time and all this new age stuff. So, flat earthing and all the rest of it, changing times, Mandela effect. I actually got my electricity cut off today. And it is my fault for not paying the bill, but I had a bill saying I was going to get cut off on the 6th of October, right? So anyway, I work nights and I was asleep, and then I hear some guy screwing around with the box, the electric box there today, 9 o'clock. And now this little kid drove, I was awake, I woke up then and I said, what's going on? Did I get just cut off, you know? I said, yeah, pay the office. I said, oh, I'm going to pay right now on the phone. Anyway, so he went off and went to the back door. I didn't hear him knock. I used the front door, you know. So I'm just saying, be careful out there, because I think we're getting screwed on purpose. It's a change in times, and just look out and just be careful, because this time of year, you know, it's getting colder, you know, up there in Canada and stuff. Just things are not what they used to be. People are not what they used to be.
That's the
And-
truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
So you know,
Hydro
right.
bills,
So
they're getting fucking crazy.
yeah.
So I've been paying $150 a month on my hydro bill every month on the same day for like 2 years. And then every time I look at the bill, so I don't get like the electronic bill, I get paper.
Mhm.
And every time they send me a new bill, I notice that my bill gets smaller and smaller because I'm overpaying every month by a few bucks, whatever, by just paying 150. Right.
Mhm.
All of a sudden, so I don't even open my bills anymore. I just put them out. I put that 150
Same.
on like I've always done. And all of a sudden, I opened a bill the other day and it's like, you're getting your power cut off. You owe us $350. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow.
I had a credit of $100 last time I opened a bill a year ago. And I haven't missed fucking paying it.
so they went up that much on the rate.
So I started paying $250, you know, every month to get that caught up. And I just checked it like 2 days ago. I owe $350, even though I'm paying $100 more than I was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
I
it.
think
It's
I've
very
been
fishy.
walking around with lipstick on too much, and someone's trying to fuck me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think a
Okay.
lot of times they just make the hydro bills up.
No, yeah.
They're
Oh,
like
Hydro
legit.
One went through this huge scam, but I'm not with Hydro One.
Yeah.
I know this happened a few years ago, but I I actually went. I was actually out of the country for 3 weeks, and when we left, and this was
I gotta pee. Keep talking. I can hear you.
yeah, I think it was beginning of February-ish is when we left. Yeah, because we were for Valentine's Day, we were still there. So I was out of the country for 3 weeks, right? Everything in my house was shut off. I came home, and then the hydro bill for the month that I was mostly gone for was like $500. And I was like, what the fuck? But here's the thing. I talked to Hydro, right? I talked to them on the phone. They wouldn't fucking do anything. They were saying like, no, this is your fault. This is your fault. Like, I'm like, guys, the power was off. There's no way that the hydro bill could have been that. So they didn't do anything about it until I fucking started tweeting about it. And some people started sharing the tweet that I had. Then finally they had a guy come inspect the fucking lines and shit. But even then, I still had to fucking pay it. I even talked to a lawyer. They're like, it's not worth going after them. It's like, just fucking pay it. Otherwise they'll cut you off and then you're really fucked. So
yeah. And that's it. This, I had humility about the whole thing, and I called the office and I couldn't find when the guy was going to come back. So I was kind of really upset in myself, the house getting cold. I've got a poor old cat there and stuff. And they send bills disconnection all the time. And I'm the same as Evan. I pay my house insurance, car insurance on a date in my head, and the electricity every couple of months, But his tip of paying ahead of time, getting in credit, is the way to do it now, because the people that are sending out, I got this bill on the 9th of September that says, due on the 4th of the 10th. So I thought, I've got still days here. So in the meantime, some other clown has sent me some disconnection notice that I didn't open or whatever that I haven't even seen. And they're just changing the levels here, but on us and screwing us. And it's just, when it comes to electricity and that and the grid and whatever, no, it's bullshit.
It's just craziness. Now, Matthias, I got 3 points here I want to make real quick. The first one, Matthias, I don't want to one-up you, but you're about to get one-up. I got a buddy, his house fucking burnt down.
Yeah.
And he had no house. And he got a bill for like $1,500 after 3 months. Right? And his house was burnt down. A $1,500 hydro bill. So he's on the phone with them, and he records himself on the phone with Hydro.
With the house gone.
Have you actually sent somebody to read the meter? And they say, yes, sir, your meter has been read. That is accurate. That is what your bill is. Are you out of your fucking mind? I literally had my house burned down 3 months ago. There was no fucking meter. There's no house.
Yeah.
Wow.
They hung up on him, and he still had to pay it.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
Like,
he didn't.
Connected to these nuts.
Second 2 little points I wanted to make. Fuck.
Right.
Cut me off by talking. He fucked it all up.
Fuck that guy.
Never mind. I got it again. Yata wanted to say that Carolyn is beautiful. And my brother just texted me, Tarzan.
Yeah.
And he said, had he known what you looked like, he would have went to visit you.
That's too funny. I'm very overweight, but thank you very much. I'm at the gym right now here, just on this machine. And I knew I was amongst friends, so I had to let loose today because I was mad.
Carolyn,
And the end. Yeah.
Is this your first time ever joining a live, Carolyn?
Yes, it is.
Evan's channel and stuff. Like, how did you get into the arm wrestling community?
Okay, B, before you get into a serious question, this is her first time on any of these podcasts, and she chose to have mine as the first one she's coming on to. Who would like to take the first opportunity to say something rude to her before you ask her any real questions?
Yes, that's what I want.
Oh,
I hate you, Carolyn. I hate you, Carolyn. I wish you were never born.
Thank you.
Well, that was extremely unpersonal and very generic, but we'll let it go.
You said say something rude.
That was better than my mother because she didn't have the guts to say it, but you did. So I love you.
Matthias, you're up.
I can't do that. I can't be that guy.
Come on.
Fuck. All right, Carolyn, then you're going to have to give Matthias a load of shit here if he won't do it for you.
Carolyn looks like Matthias' stepmom. That's why he can't say anything.
It could be. Yeah.
I'll say, what does he think of Neil Armstrong and landed on the flat surface with the circular surface behind him?
Well, this is a Photoshop, clearly, right? It's.
Have you got a better stock photo than that?
Wait a minute, you're not Matthias. Go back to the other thing.
Hey, you want me to become a cat again?
Yeah,
He
people.
must be a kitty. He must be a little kitty.
Let's see. One second. I gotta go back to it. I'll go back to it.
That's a shot of the Earth, not the moon, though, right?
Right, but I don't know. My mistake. I thought this was like a flat earther show.
Big B is
It's a
actually
fun-
high enough to think he is in space, so we'll leave him alone. But Matthias, you got to be a pussy again.
I'm trying. I'm working on it. Here we go. I got it.
You're the worst tech guy ever.
Yeah, you suck, Matthias.
It's a Zoom sucks, man. I gotta get out of there and get to a different
Hey!
menu. It's stupid.
Well, build a better fucking platform for us, motherfucker.
Yeah, bud. Quit being
How did Big B, high as fuck, figure out how to be a cat before you, Matthias?
Oh,
Wait a minute.
yes.
He looks like a
Oh,
fucking.
no.
He looks like a panda on the top, but then when he says something, he looks like
I
a
was
cat.
trying to see if it smoked weed, and it does not. That would have been cooler if it did.
You see that?
Big B, I've never
That's
seen a
very
cat
cute.
smoke a joint. Can you?
Okay. All right. This is creepy.
Lord.
It is creepy. It is creepy. Eh? Could this one do his tongue too? Could he do his tongue?
It's like
Oh, he's got
What
the
the
panda.
fuck, man?
I like that. I like that one. That one's cooler.
Did anybody else see when he was both a panda and a cat at the same time? Did you see
Oh yeah,
that?
the panda.
Now he's a panda when he but he was a panda in the small picture up top, but when he spoke, he was a cat. But now he's turned into both of them are panda. That's fucked up.
Yeah. What is this? Is this like AI channel now, or what is going on here?
This is my real form. This is what I really look like.
I don't know what the
Really?
fuck is going on. We got a panda and a beaver. We used to have two
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
cats.
Here we go.
Man, this
Hey!
is now we got a fucking weird cow plus Carolyn. Like, Jesus.
It's crazy.
My God. It's
looks like-
fucking bad whenever fucking Roid Baker is the fucking normal one on this show.
Yeah,
just so long as he doesn't bring out those implements.
yeah.
Carolyn,
What sort of
Be honest.
implements do you
when Roy
mean?
pulls out those fucking weird, does it turn you on?
I just was trying to work it out, that rib thing. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but do you like it or not?
It looks kind of AI. I don't know what it is, really.
No, it's real.
There is nothing intelligent that will ever be coming from Roy's screen.
Is that one of those shake weights?
No, he just likes to masturbate a lot while using that in his butt.
Oh. What did he wrap it around it?
All right, we got a super chat in here. Carolyn, Yatta wants to know when you're leg wrestling against him.
Oh boy.
Leg wrestling. This thing right here.
Wait, does the weight come in when you're trying to spread them or when you're trying to bring it together?
It's both ways. It's adduction and abduction.
So it's hard both ways.
Yeah, kind of, but kind of easy. You can
So
put
like you're really
it
strong at
You know.
closing your legs, but also really good at opening them.
Allegedly.
It's
Well, you're
easier
trying to be
open
better at
them,
both.
Strangely, I don't know why that. Yeah,
Honey,
it's.
don't
I was
look
on the
at me
treadmill
like
when I
that.
just got here.
She joined the channel voluntarily. She knew what was to expect.
Okay.
It's a really relaxing machine, Evan. It's where I can have my coffee, warm up, cool down. It's just it's like being at the computer, but exercising at the same time, you know?
If I wasn't getting death stares,
It's
you
way
were
too-
going to get 3 more fucking jokes made.
I can't see the chat or anything, so I just was happy to say hi, and I missed you guys, and that's what's up.
So where have you been?
Well, my boyfriend lives out of town, and he's been coming up on Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, so it's been normal TV, westerns, and stuff. No arm
Yeah, we don't
wrestling,
ever want to
so-
talk about him. Tarzan doesn't like that guy.
Well, he kind of takes precedence and he watches his westerns and stuff. So that's what's been happening. Yeah,
John
don't
Wayne?
get a night off. Yeah.
John Wayne movies?
Grit Extra. So it's got even Roy Rogers way back,
Oh yeah. Hopalong Cassidy.
Yeah. Hopalong Cassidy, Wired Up, all that good stuff. History, American history. Love it. Yeah, and it's free because I just stream it from a hotspot, on my phone. I'm just that cheap to have no cable.
I have no idea what the fuck this super chat is. It's 130 of something.
Looks like a harp.
I don't know. It looks like a really cool bow and arrow.
Really?
Carolyn, who would you rather bork? Derek Smith or Evan Burgoyne?
Bork.
What's that bork? What
I
is
don't know
bork?
what bork means, and I don't know why Derek is called a bear.
I just say, everybody, no weak men. No weak men.
Well, Derek's way stronger than me. Fuck.
Yeah, he's so strong. People don't get it. I don't even understand.
So why are you coming on here answering questions like that, making me feel bad? This is my
I'm
show,
not.
right? Fuck,
you're
you
not
make me
weak.
sad when you talk like that.
You're not weak. You're strong too.
His game
Oh,
is
is that like the consolation prize? Oh, no, I'd bork you too. You're strong, but fucking Derek's stronger, so fuck.
No, I said,
No,
both of you.
Carolyn, I don't even want to talk to you anymore if you're being like that.
Okay, I'm
like,
sorry.
oh, you know what? You'll get a consolation bork. Fuck.
A consolation book. I don't. That doesn't sound too good to me.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
Sympathy board.
Matthias, what the fuck do you have going on there?
I said both of you. I didn't say Derek or you. You're all great. So.
Matthias is a weird fucking bunny rabbit with Hillary and Bill Clinton looking all wide-eyed in the back. This is fucked up. You know what?
No.
This is getting out of hand.
That's a chinchilla.
No Little Rock.
That's it. I'm ending the stream. I can't deal with this. This is fucked
What?
up. You guys have a good night. That's fucked up.
Bye.
I'm out.